Welcome to this week's episode of the Adventures of the Red Bane Guild. We play Dungeons and Dragons. And last we left off, you adventurers, having left Vanson behind, successful in that leg of your grand quest, began sailing once again through the waters of the South Atrean Sea. You decided that you would make for the port of Windy Down on the Emmenfell coast to begin your trek inland to assist Drasana in finding her sister Sira and niece Gracie in the town of Brendwardine, where they lived with Drasana's brother-in-law until his death from some sort of pox plaguing the area. This pestilence, along with rumors of roving bandit gangs taking advantage of the situation, prompted Drasana to make the decision that she would make the journey there, relocate her family southward to Amber Crossing. You three decided to assist her in this effort, and thus your destination was chosen. And so you sailed for several more days before Clara alerted you to a potential point of interest. A mysterious island off the coast of Marono called Mortos, Isla de Sombra, the Isle of Shadow, where there was said to be a pillar of gold and death. Assuming this to be a monolith, you decided it might be worth your time to check it out. Brecken accompanied you as well, and Vissa convinced him to allow her to come along as well. And so you went ashore. You made landfall on the rocky beach and soon found yourselves trekking through a deep, oppressively dark forest, fending off giant centipedes as you made your way to the island's center. And there you came upon the monolith. As you approached, a sense of dread came over you as you observed space seemingly tear itself open, a terrible rift in reality. Within this void you saw, for the first time, the form of Rengalioth the Aesir. He spoke to you, and proceeded to break free from his prison at last. And you came face to face with the ancient being in the flesh. He sensed the presence of Vissa, similar to that of her ancestor Sholane, who locked Rengalioth and the Seekers away after their ultimate battle centuries before. As Absolith distracted him, activating the link ring, Wareth reached out for his and shot a chaos bolt through it, but was unable to stop the Aesir from reaching the monolith and beginning to draw power from it. You battled him for a few quick moments, wounding his gaunt, weakened form, but it just was not enough, and he regained the strength he needed to teleport away to where you do not know. Yeah, she looks real bad.
What if
You returned to the Larkspur, informed the crew of what had happened, and did the only thing you could do was just
Cry.
Cry, keep sailing. The following day, I believe, you awoke to a gray, rainy sky and found yourselves facing down a gargantuan wall cloud, the gap between you and the storm closing fast. And it is there you find yourselves on the deck, watching this wall cloud approach, and the wind picks up the closer you draw to it, and the waves get higher, choppy. The Larkspur rocks and tilts as the swells begin to grow more intense, taking it up and down again. You're maybe a mile off now, and this monster is nearly overhead. You hear the roll of the thunder and see the blasts and flashes of lightning within the storm. Graziella takes the helm. Drasana barks orders. Batten the hatches, secure the rigging. What do you do?
I batten the hatches
You
and
batten the
secure
hatches
the
and
rigging.
secure the rigging.
Yes. And then I wonder, what if we just never stopped at that island? What would God have done then?
If we hadn't stopped at that island, we wouldn't have run into this wall cloud.
Let the record show that Ian started it.
The crew bustles around you, busy tying down sails, getting this
Batten down.
battening down, doing the things that a ship does before a storm. Some of the crew and deckhands begin to make their way below deck to take shelter from the storm. You assist in this, accompanying Drasana around to the various points of rigging to secure everything. And soon, you are beyond the wall cloud.
Yeah.
Now, feeling as if you've been swallowed up by its maw. And it seems like just right as you pass it, you feel your stomachs lurch. And it feels almost as if the deck falls out from under you as the larkspur descends this immense wave, falling into what looks like almost like a valley in the sea below. The bow actually pointing downward, and you see the sea rushing up at you as it crests this swell and heads downward. They make deck saving throws.
I'd like to roll better.
Just a second, I have to roll twice.
14.
Oh, my dex is not right.
9.
With 14 worth, you just barely get a hold of yourself. You grabbed it onto one of the rigging posts on the mast and keep your balance. What was your roll?
13.
9.
Absolute, you as well. You kind of bend down with your shield and the book and keep yourself just in place. So though this rockiness threatens to throw you off your feet, you remain where you are. And Mirwin, you go sprawling across the deck and thudding up against the gunwale. You suffer 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you kind of feel your head hit up against the railing.
It's sad because I have advantage on dexterity throws, and my second roll was a 4.
Oh, sorry. Oh, no. What was your first roll?
A 9.
And this kind of
4.
kicks it off as general chaos erupts around you.
Good.
As several more figures just go tumbling across the deck. A couple of deckhands, Eckerd, you see, loses a frying pan and goes clang, clang, clang across the deck. Brecken, who stood near the mainmast, now holds onto it for dear life, and having prepared as well as possible, most of the crew now, upon this violent swell, begin to retreat to take shelter below decks. You see them begin to pour down there, Vissa, as well as some of the less essential crew, having prepared this vessel as well as it can be prepared. Though Graziella stands fast behind the ship's wheel, most of the rest of this crew will clear off for now, including Brecken.
Indeed.
And Nikolai is on board the Diamond Eye,
Yeah.
which was sailing next to you, and you are unsure of where it is now, unless you'd like to make a perception check.
Yeah, why not? I'm always concerned about my boy, Nikolai.
Your boy Nikolai?
He's my boy, yo.
Yeah,
He's your boy? When did this character development happen that you now have a boy?
28.
You saw you noticed as you gripped onto the rigging, securing the sail to the mast. You saw in that same swell the Diamond Eye kind of like separated and went off into its own like valley. And as the wave is kind of stable out a little bit, you see it's still out there, but it is heading off in a different direction, being carried thither by the storm.
I shout to Graziella, the Diamond Eye is being carried away.
There is not a whole lot I can do about it, but I will keep trying to get it that way.
Okay.
Okay.
You cannot take shelter below deck. At that second, you see Gemma trying to scurry down from the mast as quickly as she can as the wind whips through rigging and sails. You watch as she, about 20-25 feet up, still high, loses her grip as a strong gust slams her. She shouts and free falls toward the deck, just as you also see a thin tentacle snake its way over the side of the gunwale. Roll initiative.
Heck to Beck. Whoa, that was a natural 20 on initiative.
I got an unnatural 20.
Ooh. I'll take a 21.
Very nice, very nice. Alright, so this storm sequence will run, though it's not currently exactly a combat encounter. You do see something of a threat. The storm, the behavior of the storm will be determined at initiative order 20, just like a lair action. The Larkspur's turn will mainly be used to make water vehicles checks, the outcome of which, along with your actions, will be used in determining which of these documents I open. After all this turns out.
There's one that is 3 natural 20s rolled in a row, and the sky just opens up and we teleport to the BBEG where he's sitting there, and we can just like hit him in the head, and then there's sudden death and everything in between.
All right. Oh yeah, I need my pen and paper.
Well, now that Rangaliath is released from his prison, Melody can go back to doing her experiments.
At initiative order, okay, so 25 to 20, you rolled natural 20.
So 21. Yeah, unnatural 20.
21, 20. 2015. What'd you roll?
9.
Okay.
Oh no, 10. I rolled a 10. Sorry.
As the wind and rain batter the Larkspur and those few left upon its decks, Absolute, you are first as you see Gemma with about a second left before her back impacts the ground. What do you do? And also position yourselves as you see fit to be where you would be.
Yeah, I like. Well, I don't think Absolute would have, after we started getting into the storm, she would have kind of come back towards the middle of the boat, just to get towards where it would be good to go down in the underneath.
Okay.
I guess Absolute would try to catch Gemma.
They try and physically catch her?
Physically catch her, yeah. Because the book, I would have taken the Tome of Ravelor Ryle and stuck it into one of the pouches of the bag. That's nice and waterproof. The sword would be away. So I would just try to...
Alright, so you rush forward just as Gemma falls from about 20 feet.
25. Somewhere in there.
Make a dexterity check.
11.
11. You break her fall, but you don't catch her in an extremely graceful way. You and her will split her fall damage. Gemma taking 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and you taking 3 points of bludgeoning damage as she kind of her form knocks you back to the ground, and you feel your elbow just impact hard upon the wood. You feel a bruise coming on for sure. And she's like, ah! Thank you. I'm gonna go under the deck now. Ow!
Be careful, girl.
Ow!
And I'll lay on hands.
Oh, thanks. That was great. And she, with some assistance, you help her lift up the currently closed and battened deck lid that goes to this that leads to the below decks. You lift and then press it down back behind her as she retreats below deck. Anything else you do with your turn?
No, lay on hands finishes me out.
All right, it is Warth.
Okay.
That was your initiative order 20 as well as okay. You will go. What's your dex?
I included that in my roll.
Well, what's your dex roll?
My dex?
Your dex
+4.
score. So
19. +4.
Okay, you'll go before the storm. Before the storm behavior.
Okay.
Storm has to wait its turn.
And where are the tentacles again?
You saw the tentacles coming over the side of the boat right about there. You just see one like little thin strand. It's kind of semi-transparent. It doesn't seem to be moving right now. It's just kind of there. Like something might be holding on to the boat.
I slice it.
You dash up to the gunwale and slice at it with Invictus. I'm going to need some numbers.
Oh. 12.
A 12. A 12 misses.
Rolled poorly.
Your blade comes and wedges itself into the gunwale of the Larkspur. You pull it back out, and the tentacle kind of moves, and you see several more that begin to take its place.
How many feet did I move? I was like here.
And a form does follow it. I'm going to need some numbers.
Oh, these numbers. That's
Those
what you were
numbers.
talking about.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
I thought you meant what was my roll.
Yeah.
There you go. I don't think I need this right now. Oh, maybe. And on Storm,
So I move away.
you move away. As soon as you miss the strike, several wood splinters come off as you pull Invictus out of the gunwale. And this other pile of tentacles comes, and you retreat back a few feet. And you see first this huge, about 5 foot wide, jellyfish-like creature crawl its way onto the deck.
It's gonna sting us.
Not if we kill it first.
I'm a bad person.
You about to order food?
Come on, send.
Carrie just looked disappointed at me.
What are you ordering?
I don't know, I haven't decided yet. Come on, come on.
A large, many-tentacled jellyfish-like creature with this semi-transparent bill, and you see inside of it, much like what it looks like on the Discord, very venomous-looking creature.
Oh, that's just wonderful.
And it appears and will...
Why is my tablet so slow?
Because it's old now.
And on the other side of the ship, about here, another one crawls over the side. And they make their way onto the deck and towards you. The jellies, they will go after Mirwin. And Larkspur goes dead last with its roll. All right.
It was worse than mine?
It was.
Ah.
All right, it's you, Mirwin. That was the storm behavior. The storm kind of remains steady. I mean, bad. Very high winds. The swells bringing the Larkspur up and down and kind of rolling
It's
it.
bad, but it isn't changing.
It's bad, but it isn't changing right now, except for storm jellies.
Storm jellies.
Except for storm jellies making their way on the deck.
I'm going to run up to this one and hit it.
Okay. Make some axe strikes.
And rage. Rage.
Rage, all right. Very good.
Because she is enraged.
14 to hit.
14 just misses.
I'm gonna try again. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Oh. 13 points of damage.
All right, you slashed it. Get a little too.
Did you hit the...
I poked the tapestry with my pen. You slash into the gelatinous part of this jellyfish, carving nearly nearly hitting its brain-like substance inside of the bell, but not quite hitting it. But you do carve out a good amount of this jelly-like substance. That knife's so nice. All right, does that do it for your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Was that your one attack?
She missed the first one.
You missed the first one. Okay. Oh yeah, I wasn't here.
I was so close.
Sorry, what was the number of damage again? It was
13.
13. And it is the jelly's turn. Number 1 first is going to take. Is going to use Virulent Sting
Well, that's not very nice.
on you, Mirwin. Which is. That's going to be 15 to hit.
Misses.
It attempts to whip out one of its little barbed claws at you, and it kind of grabs into the wood of your shield for a second before you rip it, and it doesn't do anything to you. And that is all. Let's have a look at you right now.
Very.
And it takes 1 tentacle whip attack at you. That's 22 to hit.
Ah, I hit.
Right, so you suffer. Let's see. 12 points of poison damage, and you make a. Are you immune to poison damage?
I have advantage against poison. Or I'm resistant to poison.
Okay, so you then indeed just take. Well,
What does that mean?
14 points. You take half. So you'll take only 6 points.
6.
You take 6 points of poison damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
12.
12 saves.
Oh, good. I'm not very rolling the best today.
You don't have high DCs on this stuff, really. Alright, that is it for its turn. Jelly number 2. Is going to move right there and take a tentacle whip at Absolith.
From that far away?
Yep.
Heck.
It lashes out with this long tentacle, slashing at you. With it. 23 to hit.
Oh, heck. Yeah, that hits.
You suffer 9 points of poison damage, and you make a Constitution saving throw.
16.
16 saves. And another tentacle whip attack with its second. The first one kind of gets past your armor into your shoulder, and you take this sickening poison feeling into your neck. And with the second attack, that's not very much. That's just a 10 to hit. The second one you get the shield of the lake you get the shield of the lake unslung and slap it with this barbed tentacle as it attempts to slash at you. And that is going to be Jelly number 2's turn.
Get out of here, Jelly number
The Larkspur. Graziella will make a water vehicles check.
I didn't know if it was like losing it when
Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, not bad. The ship stays fairly stable for right now. Next is absolute top initiative.
I will turn. I will grab from the shards and throw guiding or not guiding bolt.
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame.
6 save.
No,
Nope.
6 does not save.
Some damage.
Jelly number 2, the one that just hit me.
Yes.
Oh! 17 points.
Okay.
And then I will.
Okay.
He just did a thing. He made a noise with his butt.
Gross.
James does that.
Never.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Worth, you're up.
I go to attack this one again.
Okay. Up into melee range?
Yes.
It is engaged with Mirren currently, so you'll have advantage.
Aha!
and sneak. So run up, slash that thing with Invictus. Or whatever you choose.
I choose Invictus. 25 to hit.
25 easily hits.
Okay. Guess I can.
Oh, you're gonna polish this thing off.
12 points of regular damage. And then 23 points of other damage.
As it's a little bit distracted by Mirwin and it's engaging with strikes with her, it doesn't even see you come up as you come and plunge Invictus straight through its ganglia and out again. And it sort of melts into the ground, into the boat deck.
We just watched that episode of Futurama where they go into.
Velvet splunking ganglia.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Number 1 is toast.
This ball moving a bit like he has any bones.
So the storm condition.
Stupid storm.
The wind is going to pick up,
I think it's angry at me.
and the larkspur hits a large swell coming in from the starboard side, almost like a rogue wave. I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws, including Jelly. I'm Graziola.
Come on.
Jelly und Graziella.
24.
24 6.
I really hope so. That'd be good.
Well,
3.
16.
Yes, you both save the jellyfish. 15.
What is that?
The box.
The storm jelly is rocked so hard, it falls into the sea.
Hooray!
Yay!
Now.
Yeah, let's see. Wareth and Absolith, you are able to get handholds kind of on the railing here, and right there on the rigging secure, on the securing of the rigging. And but Mirwin, you go tumbling across the deck with. I need you to make a strength check with advantage.
I don't have any reactions I can.
All of us?
no. You guys saved.
Okay, just her.
21.
21 saves. You, although the wind and waves are pushing at you, the waves battering your face, you just grab on to the gunwale enough that it does not throw you over the side.
Woohoo!
Oh, Brazilians.
Graziella.
No!
Oh, crap.
Uh-oh.
Graziella, you just barely see, goes flying off of the wheel. She saved, but the first was a... Graziella is knocked cold unconscious.
And we noticed this, yes.
Make a perception check. As currently there are no enemies on board.
17.
25.
Natural 20.
All three of you see it. You guys having a good vision after saving from this rolling wave. The jelly gets knocked off into the sea. Mirwin is held on, but Graziella loses her grip on the wheel, tumbles across the deck, and you see her smack her head hard against the gunwale, and she's out cold right there.
I will rush up to her.
Right? Yep. It is. The Larkspur cannot take its turn, so someone will need to make a water vehicles check on the Larkspur's turn. And so I guess we'll say if you want things to go really poorly. Yeah. So Morith, do you head up there?
Yes.
Okay.
Seeing that she's running towards Graziella, I run to the wheel.
Miriam, what do you do?
I will run towards Graziola as well.
Okay,
See if Absolute needs any help.
you guys come barreling up the side of the ship. Abs, what do you do?
I will pull out the Tome of Ralo. I will flip to a passage, recite a verse, and cast Lesser Restoration. You touch a creature and end one disease or one condition affecting it. Unconscious from it could be, I don't know, I could have just healed her, but this feels more...
Lesser Restoration will absolutely take care of this.
This feels more Lesser Restoration than just blanket healing.
Sure. And you see the gash running down her forehead. Severe. There's a deep splinter implanted in it, which you delicately pull, infuse with the Fey energy, and it starts to knit itself up with your healing.
And then I will dump
And she wakes.
lay on hands into her as well.
Okay. How much are you restoring?
Let's do a solid 12, 13, 12. Because I don't know how much she took, but like a head wound like that is, I'll dump 12 in.
Oh, that was bad. What happened? Are we okay?
You slipped.
Oh, the storm, this is bad.
Vlad has veal, but you should be good. I'll help her up to her feet.
Okay. Thank you. Do not worry. We will make it through this. That's Abs. Okay, we're going to still be in soft initiative here for right now. That's Absolute's turn. Worth, what do you do?
Yeah, I need to do the boat thing, right? Which one?
You will make the boat check on the Larkspur's turn, but you will still be able to have your own action right now. Do you do anything? You don't need to make the water vehicles check until the Larkspur's initiative order.
Okay.
So what do you do now?
I look around to make sure no things are coming back over
Make a perception check.
over the edge. 24.
Yeah, there's more stuff coming up. You look around, cast your gaze around, and right up here, behind you, you see 3 figures. Where's my 2 and my 3? 1. 2 mergoblins.
God dang it.
Much like you hadn't fought before, these this greenish, pale blue skin, these long greenish claws, the fins off of their heads, and another stone jelly crawls over and begins to claw its way up the stairs there.
My perception takes the place of my action, right?
That would be an action to make a perception check. Yes.
I yell at these people. Hey! They're coming back!
Buh.
And then that's all I do.
All right. It is the storm lair action. You hear a when there is a burst of violent lightning from overhead. How did I do that again? It strikes a point that's not close to you. It is more on this quadrant of the ship, nearer the forecastle. And
I've
just
got a Sharpie if you want to draw it.
But it's an erasable marker?
You see this immense flash of light, and you begin to see a small bit of fire burning. Just about where the forecastle is. Yeah, we'll say right about here. There's a
and a fire begins to burn, and this blackened kind of crater. There you go.
Back my dice.
And this blackened kind of crater with this immense bolt of lightning just smacked it. Storm's turn. It is Mirwin.
Is it raining?
Hard, yes.
Okay,
Intensely raining.
so I'm not going to worry about the fire.
Wait, how big is that fire again?
I mean, it was pretty big for a second, but yeah, you figure that it's raining as about as heavily as you ever seen in your life.
Okay.
So it's probably not going to make a big deal, but if it had hit closer to you, it probably would have been bad.
I'm going to scooch past Absolute and run this way.
Okay.
What is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
35. And your rage has ended.
That's what you think,
It is what I think.
because I have this thing called something.
It's called sustained rage. You remembered.
Yes.
You remembered.
I have that.
That means I need you to roll a concentration check to maintain it. So make a Constitution saving throw.
A natural 20.
You maintain your rage, although you had a moment of downtime. You were angry. You were angry the entire time.
I was just angry
You
and
never
angry.
stopped. You never stopped being angry. That's her
Don't
secret.
stop
She's always
being
angry.
angry.
So, do you do anything? You are moving up to attack one of the two mergoblins.
Yes, I guess two, because it's supposed to.
They turn towards you, their teeth bared, dripping with what may be venom.
What
16
some
hit.
scientist would call venom.
What's that?
16?
A 16 hits. Where's the pen go?
Yes.
It's right there.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
What's your address again?
Hmm?
What's your address?
11 points of damage for the first one.
521.
You carve it up pretty good with the first one. It's looking really hurt.
Ooh, and then 17 to hit.
17 also hits.
I would hope so, since it was higher than the last one. And then, 16 points of damage.
You dispatch this goblin with two quick axe strikes, and with a punch of your shield, push it back off into the sea.
That's max damage I can do.
Very nice.
Hey.
The second mergoblin is going to take its strikes at you now.
Rude.
Well, one strike. With claws, it comes tearing at you. 16 hit.
Misses.
It can't connect. You just as you shove the other one off back into the ocean, you see its claws of this first one coming at you, and you hold your shield up, and it can't get you. It can't make contact with you. Well done. Graziella moves up to you. I will take it from here, Warith. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And she takes the wheel, moving you off a few feet.
Say so.
Narrator, she could not, in fact, do it. She kind of wildly swings the wheel. You feel the larkspur lurch. I can help him find out, don't worry.
You cannot do this.
I just had my bell rung a little bit. I can do this. Oh, thank you, Absolute.
Well, we will take care of enemies.
Okay, I will drive the boat. That's the larkspur in initiative. Absolute, you're up.
I will move in between 1 and 3.
Okay. Maybe like up to here.
Yeah, maybe between Warith and 1. Just back a little bit.
1.
And 1.
Oh, and one.
Right in the middle there. Yeah, so I'm not right up against the gun wall.
Okay.
And then again, Sacred Flame at number 3. Just fire off, hoping to knock him down the stairs.
No, that's natural one.
Nice. Just kind of like, I would like to burn at the front of its feet so it takes a step back. I know this is like a called shot, but I want him to like pinball down the stairs a little bit.
You did roll a natural one, so sure.
12 points of damage.
Very nice.
Man, buddy, you should not have given me Sacred Flame because it outpowers everything else in my kit. Except for Smite.
So yeah, he did roll a natural one. So you burn like off a good portion of its front tentacles, and it does pinball down the stairs a little bit, down 5 feet. And does that do it for your turn?
That'll do it for my turn.
Okay, Warith, you're up.
Just kind of be in the middle and ready to aid anybody who needs it.
I go to attack 3.
Okay. Alright, you charge down the stairs after. Make an attack roll. No advantage or no advantage
11.
or sneak this time, unless you want to use Tides of Chaos. 11 is not hit. But you do have Tides of Chaos.
Yeah. I know better than to do that now. Wait, you're
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Did
Do you
you-
move past the line?
Did you move past the halfway mark?
This is different. I have no control over what the D100 says. Maybe it's something that polishes that off and gives you boons. But
You do have control of when it happens, though.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
I do not use Tides of
Technically, yeah.
Chaos.
Okay.
It's gonna happen when we're fighting with Valley off.
But I do move out of the way of this thing. Well, it's still gonna hit me, isn't it? But
It will take an attack of opportunity.
no, because I disengage.
Okay. Yep.
But what was I? Was 5, 10.
What was that?
It just kind of evades your blade. It's just a couple inches out of reach, but you figured it out. You better retreat before you fall down into it or something. Storm and massive rogue wave hits the ship. Everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
Let's see if I can better than the last 2 times.
Not so great. Actually, the exact same things that I rolled last time. So, 13.
Oh
18.
Woo! I think
What was your roll?
16.
16, 18?
13.
You all did save. 13 is the DC.
Yay!
So you all managed to get a handhold on something, and this wave now it towers overhead and comes down with intense force. And it is actually going to do damage to the Larkspur.
No!
If it passes its damage threshold, which it does. Ouch.
Great. That's just wonderful. Even after we made it all fancy. Cool.
Well, hopefully this will make it survive.
Yeah, true.
You hear crashing and crunching. You're not sure the extent of the damage, but that amount of water just pounding the boat did do some damage to it. That's the storm lair action. It's Mirwin.
I'm gonna get this Mergoblin.
All right, you're dashing right up to the next one.
Get him.
Get him.
Get him.
Maybe. Let's see. Haha! Natural 20!
Yeah, you're gonna rock this thing. And don't forget, you've got extra on your brutal. You have an extra brutal critical die, because you do.
Because I do.
Yep. So after you roll an extra damage die in addition to what you would roll for a critical.
Oh, okay. So that's 13 plus...
Barbarians.
No, sorry.
Critical.
Just add that. $17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. Yep. You completely rock it with one axe strike, just, and then following it up with a similar finish to the first one, back off into the ocean.
Get him.
The finish turn.
Yeah.
All right. It is going to be the jelly's turn.
Oh, that's a jelly, not a
That one's jelly.
goblin. Whoops.
It is going to move up and take.
Yeah, that's why I figured it was going to hit me because it had that long.
It's going to
It
take
has
out one
long
one virulent sting and one tentacle whip against you, Worth. First virulent sting. That's a. It's like 24, 25 damage.
Yeah, I'm afraid that probably hits.
He's waiting for you to say it.
You suffer 13 points of poison damage, and you should make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, also, I want to use the. Or is it still the same round? Because I used disengage.
Disengage is on your bonus action. This is your reaction, right?
Oh, yes, it would be. Thank you.
Yeah,
That
correct.
is your reaction.
Yes, I would like to use my reaction to have the points with whatever feat that is that I do that with. Like uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge. So you took only how many poison damage did you take?
Was it 13?
6.
No, but what was
Yeah.
was that the original?
Oh, okay, yep. So I'm down to 6 poison damage.
And what was the saving throw? Constitution.
Does uncanny dodge work on poison damage?
Now that's a good question. I think
Oh.
we've looked at this before, and I actually think it does.
When
what was the
attacker
saving
hits
throw?
you with an attack, is this an attack
It is.
specifically?
It is in stat block. I have it listed as melee weapon attack. Because I know I've looked it up before with a specific question. In my
You can use your reaction to have the damage against you. So
Nice.
yeah,
You got it.
but it like I don't know. It's but it isn't like if you did if you had to do like a saving throw against an effect that doesn't count as uncanny dodge.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Right. Well, so I can't apply it to the saving throw results.
That you are making right now.
Yes. So again, what was the saving throw?
Constitution.
Then Constitution. 18.
That saves. So with your high amounts of dexterity, even with this poison barb coming at you, and though it hits, you like angle yourself so it doesn't quite latch itself so deeply in you. You take this sickening poison, but it's not near as bad as it could have been. It retracts and goes back to the jelly, and it's going to take one tentacle whip attack against you.
What was that, Bob?
That's a miss.
Is
That's
that
like
worth?
Sure.
misses with a 9. Back
Yay.
to that's Worth.
Your
No, that's-
music
that's
was
jelly.
pretty spooky for a little bit.
That's jelly. All right, Gazella. It is Larkspur's turn to make Hard Wheels check. Oh jeez. You guys definitely notice that Graziella is not doing well right now at controlling the ship. Just she's kind of swinging it a little bit all over the place, and is not controlling it well in the storm. Yeah, she's not doing well.
So restoration should have taken.
Well,
Oh, well.
I'm just kind of putting that in story. She's not rolling with disadvantage or anything.
She's just rolling back.
Oh,
just
she's just
rolling
rolling
poorly.
bad. Okay, I
And
got you.
I'm explaining it in story like that. Absolute top initiative.
The. Does it look like Graziella it has like poor footing, or is it more just like
It looks like, I don't know, she's just, the storm is really strong, and she's a good captain, but she's just struggling with the immensity of this tempest.
I'd like to assist Graziella.
On her check?
I'm just not sure how I would do that. If it's something like she's losing her footing and not able to like physically overpower the wheel, I could offer her like strength support. Otherwise,
Are you thinking of casting Enhance Ability?
I could do that as well. I was thinking about physically being there. And
Or using
offering-
the help action on the
using the
Larkspur's
help,
turn?
yeah,
You could
but
do that, yeah.
I didn't really have. Enhanced ability is also pretty good. Is this a dexterity check to keep, or is it
Her water vehicles check is dex based.
it's dex based? Okay. But I could also just be there and do the help action and kind of like help out where I'm needed to.
Yeah, like you can use your turn to use the help action to hold the help action for when the Larkspur's turn goes.
I think as for right now, I think I'd like to do that is go up and physically just be a helping hand to Graziella.
You stand up just to bolster her in whatever way she may need.
I'm here for you, and like heavy hand on the back.
Thank you. We can do this. This is the worst storm I have fought in a long time. That's yours. All right, Worth. What you doing?
Worth has got this fool.
It's still coming. It's still trying to come back up the stairs at you.
I'm gonna, do things to him with
Stab him?
the sword.
Okay.
Stab him in the face.
You gotta move to you move to guard the stairs as it comes up it,
Yeah.
taking the high ground.
Weirdo.
Go ahead,
Don't
make,
try it, Anakin. 21.
Don't try it, Storm Jelly. 21 hits.
I'm thinking of the vine of the dude who's standing at the top of the apartment stairs, and the other dude's trying to like come at him, and he just like kicks him back down the stairs.
13 damage.
It's looking hurt. You carve another good portion of just slime out of it, and you think your sword just touches the ganglia,
Yeah.
and a few more tentacles come off, and it's slowing down coming up the stairs, but it is not quite down yet. Storm action. Here we go. Another boom, and a bolt of lightning lands right in the middle of the aft castle. And everybody, 5, 15, 20. Everybody.
Including the jelly?
Including the 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, yep, including jelly. Everybody, I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Wareth and Graziella have a +5 to their Constitution saving throw because they are within 5 feet of me.
And
Good, because I'm going to need it.
And also a Dexterity saving throw.
What? I'm sorry. What kind of throw? That's the
Con and
You have
Dex.
+5 to both.
It won't matter. I rolled a 2.
Con and Dex. Oh, I rolled a 2 as well.
Let's do our cons
7.
first.
That's what that was.
Okay, 7.
Con 26.
26, you easily save.
22.
22, you save. Wareth, you are the one that suffers 18 points of thunder damage. As first the sound and the wave of energy hits you, and you are rocked by it. You guys do all right. Oh, Graziella.
She has +5.
Yeah.
She's just not rolling
Oh,
good.
buddy.
It's okay. I have lots of healing still.
Good.
All these squishy NPCs can be healed.
It's going to be a little harder to go over the edge, though.
Dexterity saving throws, please.
That one wasn't so great.
20.
20. Don't forget you have evasion and applied.
Oh, good. So I get to... How did I roll a 2 again? But that's a 10, so 15.
Plus another, yeah.
That's what...
So 15. Your roll is
20.
22. 20.
8.
You are able to get out of the way of the blast itself as it slams into the deck and just dissipates this lightning energy. However, those who do not, you suffer.
Do I not then? 15?
You do not. You don't save, but you will take half the damage because of evasion. Will suffer. Oh, jeez. That's 30 points of lightning damage. That's max. 30 points of lightning damage. Graziella, down. Down for the count.
Nah, I mean she's really not.
She's unconscious. Again.
So I take 15?
I mean, yes, she's unconscious right there, but
Yeah. But the rest and oh, the
like
jelly,
a necromancer, I'm going to reanimate that.
the jelly is the jelly is disintegrated by the blast of lightning as it shudders around you, just destroys the rest of the jelly. I can't believe that rolled max damage.
Yeah. Me either.
Jeez. Jeez, you. Okay. That's Storm. Your one.
I'm going to go up here to the wheel, I guess.
Okay, you run and take the wheel.
You push Graziella out of her way.
Lifeless
Yeah.
body.
Graziella is.
Well, I know I can't heal her,
Is
so
sprawled on the deck. You grab the wheel.
I'll grab the
And
wheel.
it's the Larkspur's turn. You need to make a water vehicles check. So, just a straight dex check. You don't add your proficiency bonus.
Would I technically be using my?
If you were
my
holding
action?
help, you can use help right now. So you will roll with advantage, but it's just a straight dexterity throw.
Okay.
Unless you're proficient in water vehicles, which I don't think you
No, I didn't know.
I mean,
Ooh. 19.
are.
did you roll with advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Well done.
I'll be fine.
The ship you steered off to port just enough to get out of the way of this another violent lightning strike.
Use hand sanitizer.
You need soul sanitizer for that.
Not doing too bad. Well done. You maneuver the wheel fairly deftly for not knowing much about what you're doing.
Not being able to see over the wheel.
You're like,
That's where Absolute helped. Cause
but
she,
you've got the strength to. But you've got
She
the
can
strength
see
to
where I'm
wrench it.
I did the thing.
Absolute was like,
I
okay,
did
left.
the thing
Do the thing.
that you do to like your toddler when you just like kind of like lift them up. I'm driving. Good drive. I've got to heal now.
I'm driving the ship. Larkspur, Absolute, it's you.
I'm going to heal Graziella.
Okay.
I am going to. Here's the thing.
Are you laying on hands or humans or anything? Or which one?
Just gonna throw hands.
Catch these hands.
I might do a thing that I've never done before.
What?
Dun.
I don't know if this will.
Drama.
Took a while. Yeah.
Actually, I have a couple of things that I could do.
Oh yeah, death saving throw. One fail. I don't like that.
You should do things quickly.
smart things.
Okay. I'm gonna cast a 3rd level spell. Aura of Vitality.
Ah, that one.
Recalling a passage, this glorious golden fey bubble, 30 feet, centered on me, just kind of like whoom. And everybody just kind of feels like a warmness. I'm going to use my bonus action to regain 2d6 hit points to Graziella.
This energy radiates from you, and you do feel a slight warmth against the cold chill
7.
of the slicing rain. And Graziella comes to consciousness once again, grabbing your arm, and you pull her to her feet. Worth, it's your turn.
I perceive. Well, yeah. I guess I should perceive again.
Make a perception check. Okay, good.
I was gonna put out a fire, but
But it's raining.
15.
15. You don't see anything that's of immediate threat right
Is
now.
anybody underneath the deck taking damage in the 30 feet?
I can't tell you what's going on underneath there because you are not down there.
Oh
If we
yeah.
go below
You
deck,
hear the occasional ah!
if we go
That's
below
what's
deck and everybody's dead.
Sucks to be them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's either
my turn.
Yes, it is.
we go down deck, all of us, and then the whole ship dies, or we stay up here and maybe only a couple of people dies.
Storm action. On the storm behavior action, it's going to. You didn't quite see this, but a good amount of mergoblins come up and just swarm. They were kind of behind you as you were making that check.
Stupidness.
Gosh.
As 5 mergoblins climb their way over the gun wall and onto the Larkspur.
And of course they come up after my turn, so now I have to wait a whole round.
Sorry. Mirwin, you're up first after the storm action.
Why do you do this to me?
Because I love you.
I'm going to do a concentration check to see if I... Nope. Oh, no, I did the wrong thing. Wait.
Saving
Saving throw, okay.
You have +5 since you're within 5 feet of me.
Yeah.
Okay, then it was
Technically.
14.
Yeah, your rage is maintained.
And then I'm going
so you would not have made it.
I'm going to run to this one and hit him with my axe.
That is number 3.
Number 3. Ew, Bill. An 11 to hit.
11 misses.
And then the second, 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Ew.
Your first swing, it kind of ducks back a little bit, with your second, you get a solid slam. Go ahead and roll damage.
15.
You cleave it in twain, and in your style, push it off into the ocean.
Kick it into the ocean.
Turning around to face the rest of the enemies. Do you do anything with the rest of your movement or anything?
No.
You see Angry Dwarf cleave
You're so
Mergoblin
adorable
3.
when you're angry.
If
I want to look at number 1 in Menace.
If I threw a whole clove, like took the whole thing of Nightshade, broke all the petals off, and threw them downstairs, do you
And
think
snorted it? Oh.
would that stabilize all the people who are dead downstairs? Just like over time, with the rocking of the boat, these petals would land on somebody and bring them back to life, right?
I mean, maybe. You can certainly try. You can certainly try. All right, Mirwin, you see her wreck one of the goblins that comes up onto the deck. Mirwin, it is the Larkspur's turn. Graziella, please take care of that if you would. Oh, that's not terrible.
Yeah, I do not have the help action for her.
Okay. Absolutely. You're up.
As my bonus action, I will heal somebody 2d6 damage. Who's looking rough.
I mean, Graziella is still not.
You're
looking great.
fine.
Yeah, I'm...
You're probably okay.
Below half health.
Graziella is about to die again. So I'm just going to, while our vitality is still up, also I need to make note.
I'm better than she is.
I've done 2 rounds of Aura Vitality. Well, fine. I 3 points of damage. Or of healing.
Don't do damage.
That's just for free.
Thank you, thank you.
That's just my bonus action for
She
free.
had headed back up to there. And...
Meanwhile,
West.
I'm going to use the shove action to push number 5 into the water.
Ooh, the shove action. Okay, does he have to make a contested
I
strength?
think. I'm just going to.
Well, his strength is goulash, so.
Good.
Why is he doing that?
I have an
Shove a
idea.
creature, either knock it or move it.
I don't know why he keeps doing that. It's kind of stupid.
Sorry. Oh, they're all gonna move before my turn.
You're up right after Absolute.
Okay.
You are
Oh,
next.
that's right. That's top of the
Ten Flyland.
My strength versus their strength or dex. Their athletics or dexterity,
They
whichever works.
will do their dexterity then.
But I will draw the blade for the first time, and just like
Plus 10.
way more than 10. 20.
Ah! Number 5 off into the ocean. You just can't. Oh, he cannot resist your blow with Mazarin lock. He's gone. And it is anything else with your turn?
That's it. That is
Or-
it.
Yeah.
That is-
Oh,
well,
how much?
I'm gonna center myself there.
Okay. How far away from me are they? Can I do this? 5, 10.
Diagonals are technically 10 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
I think I have like 30.
You can get there with 30. Right next to Abs.
Well, that might be bad.
Putting them, you're within 15 feet of each of them.
How far is the healing wave push thing go? What's the range on that? But it's everyone in.
It is everyone.
That's alright. I've got the mass right there, so I'm not gonna go much of anywhere.
Let's see here.
Is it within
Mirwin
15
might
feet of
go
me?
somewhere.
I think she might be far enough away, maybe.
Let's find out. 1 second.
You could fire at one and then do it on your next turn. Or you could hold your action for them to get slightly closer.
Let's see. Healing wave.
Because it's still not in my back of my stuff.
Sorry, I keep forgetting about that one. I'll do the other ones. All targets pushed. It is. They push them 15 feet away.
Within how many feet? They have to be like.
Oh, they gotta be within 5 feet.
Okay. Well, then I guess I
Targets
can't do that. Dang it!
Sorry.
You could. Is that action to do healing wave?
Oh yeah.
It is an action, yes.
But you have a rogue ability to move as your bonus action.
Yeah.
Correct. So you could get within 5 feet of both of them.
Mother!
Okay, you dash with bonus.
Forgot about dash.
Run up to there and.
So I do that.
Right, that is.
So we do that.
So I did do that. You want to play with that?
15 feet away. They have to
Really
make
nice.
And how much do I heal?
It's a knife.
1d10 plus your casting modifier.
It is.
Fancy schmancy.
Oh no, there's no roll. There's no roll. There's
How do
no
you
save
flip
for
it?
them at all. It's
Little
automatic.
nubbin on the,
Yes!
on the handle.
That's what I was hoping for.
You draw forth the power
Where your thumb is.
from the helm, healing yourself and
Oh, okay. I knew that.
releasing that energy at both of them, shoving them off into the sea. Well played.
Good job, James.
Yay.
Well,
Dang it, that's not very good at all. Oh well.
And he just murked the 4 out of 5 of them.
How many charges is that to use that?
1.
Okay.
It's a level 1. You, let's see. Okay, number 1, the goblin. Mergoblin is gonna go. It. Gonna rush by the tacky worth. Slashing.
He doesn't go for the scary dwarf or the big intimidating
Like,
woman.
I go with a small shrimping one.
only
The shrimping one gets it.
6 to hit.
Ha ha!
You deftly dodge each of its claw strikes. That's going to be it. It is your winner.
5, 10, 15, 20, and I'm gonna hit him. My axe.
Alrighty.
The Mergoblin,
The Mergoblin, sure.
Not worth.
not worth.
And you've got flanking.
And you got flank.
Oh, good, because that was really bad. Just a second. 25 to hit, or 27 to hit.
27 hits.
12 points of damage.
You hit it hard with this cleaving blow nearly taking off an arm. It is very rough, but still just barely standing.
And then with my second, let me see. 18 to hit.
Hits.
So slow. And 12 more points of damage.
You finish it off.
Yay.
Send it. It's broken form, sprawling on the deck. Graziella attempting to make what a people's check.
Good grace.
It's not great.
Good Graziella. Scripted, pre-recorded, scripted.
What? What's pre-recorded?
No, just I'm using streamer talk.
Oh, okay. I'm out of the loop. Okay. At this point, you have sailed through the roughness of this storm for several minutes, and you feel the ship lurch, and then this this horrific crashing sound, a scraping, a splintering, and then nothing. All of a sudden, the ship has just stopped. The rain, the wind still pounded, but you are no longer moving very suddenly. Nothing else is crawling upon the deck right now. And very suddenly, all is still. The ship is still. Let's take a quick break as I pull up the correct scenario. Right? The ship comes to rest.
Not what I ordered.
What did you order?
Egg rolls.
Cracker and beans are perfectly good.
It's alright, go on.
And before too long, the winds die down. The violent waves subside. And the crash of thunder is no longer heard. You get your bearings and start to take stock of the damage. Upon the deck is strewn some wood debris. It looks like the mainmast took damage from one of the lightning strikes. Now you see halfway up a blackened crater, kind of carved, almost damaging the mast almost halfway in. And upon the deck as well, in the other spots on the aft castle and near the forecastle, where those two massive lightning strikes hit. Now there's these blackened craters where the lightning took its toll. There is, of course, the remnants of your fight with the jellies and the mergoblins, some tentacles and other viscera lying about the deck. The corpse of the one goblin still lies down there. A section of the gun wall on the port side is broken out. 3 or so foot section just battered by the waves. One ballista you see is down. That one, just now you see that it's gone. And you look up to see the mainsail whipping in the wind, detached from its mast and rigging. And now, though the sky is still not clear, a hole kind of opens in the clouds, letting rays of sun filter, lighting the area a bit. And you see off the side of the Larkspur, off to the starboard side, several small islands, almost in a ring formation. You look overboard, and you see coral. And it dawns on you that you have hung up. You've gotten hung up on a reef. And the diamond eye is nowhere to be seen. Now, some of the crew begin to resurface from the holds. Taking stock of the damage, what do? You see?
I would have headed downstairs
So as this
to see who's
sure
needing help.
you head into the hold, and it's a rough scene. A lot of stuff is just strewn and thrown about, possessions and foodstuffs spilled. A lot of the crew are look to be hurt in some way. no one is gravely injured or seriously injured. Looks like a couple have been have head wounds or limbs that need bandaging. Vista, you see, has kind of some bruising all on the side of her face. Brecken is holding his arm. There are several more as well with bruises and bumps and maybe cracked bones. Valdemar looks a little rough, as does Ashes and Clara. But everyone else has got by with just bumps and bruises.
I'll go one by one and dump a couple points of lay on hands into anyone who has bruises or who looks particularly bad.
You kind of settle the crew
Poor
down
baby.
a bit. Go from
You sweetie, you took a tumble, didn't you?
Oh, that was a really bad storm.
Oh, you big strong man here, let mama help you.
Danke. Danke, absolut.
It was rough down here as it was up there, was it not?
It was. The ship's taking on some water. It's sloshing a bit around this deck, and you make your way down to the hold as well. There's a good foot and a half of water. It is down around the ankles of the horses. A lot of their feed is completely sogged, and down here where a lot of the fresh water was kept, you see shattered barrels, much
Crap.
of your fresh water
Well, that's just wonderful.
lost.
Is water coming through the hole? Is the hole breached?
Do you head down there and kind of take stock?
I do.
So you are in the hold. It looks like it's not there. Yeah, there's a little flow of water in the hold. There's a good amount of spot where you see some coral poking through the hole into the hold, and around it is spilling in water.
That's bad.
What do you do?
I go run and tell somebody important about that.
Graziella joins you down there, as does Dressana and Rayed. Okay, we've got to do something about that right there. Right now.
Let's see.
We don't have any flex tape.
Flex seal.
Alright, as long as that thing is poking through, it's maybe about a 3-foot section where this massive, jaggy coral formation is up inside the ship, and around it kind of is springing just water pouring into the boat. What do you do?
Try to remember a reference to a thing where they put a mattress on the outside of the boat.
I say, should we go outside? Can someone dive and break the coral? So
You could break the coral from this side, I don't know. Diving from outside and breaking it. I mean, I suppose we could try.
I bet I could break it.
Presumably there would be large wall of coral.
I was just concerned about making the hole worse by pulling the coral out.
But if we broke it and freed it, is there anything any of you can do to, I don't know, mend it?
I don't have any sort of mending powers.
You said 3 feet. That is not a thing that mending can do, buddy boy.
Is it 2 feet? How what can mending do?
It is no larger than 1
Why
foot
does
in
it
any
keep doing
dimension.
that?
Okay.
I was like, this seems like a job for it's a 3-foot gap. Not me.
No.
We should have a carpenter. We should have carpenter on deck.
We should probably have a carpenter, yeah.
Duh.
What if we...
I can use smith's tools and jeweler's tools and tinker's tools. Will any of those fix it?
Probably. But in the meantime, grab buckets, and I'll like snap fingers at people and grab a bucket for myself and like start a chain so that we can start bilging the water.
You and the rest of the crew do begin a bilge chain, and it takes you a bit of time. Within a half hour or so, you're starting to make some headway, lowering the water. The horses seem a little bit calmer, though this coral is still poking through.
But use tides of chaos and blast the coral.
Turn to Iron Man. No, I'm not doing that, Nick. Don't look at me like that.
You have tides of chaos.
Oh, speaking of tides, What if the tides would be okay? I mean, you know, the tides change, right?
Yes, they come in, we lift up, they go out, we go down, and then we break more.
And it will, perhaps if it goes down, then we can break off the coal, and the ship just slides off. And then we can cobble together, I mean, none of us are carpenters, but we can cobble together a solution.
Maybe we should have a solution ready to go right now. Let's find some wood and make a patch so when this is gone, we can nail it on immediately.
That is a good idea.
Like the carpenter would do.
Yes. Why do we not have a carpenter?
I'm gonna smooch that face.
Well, hindsight is 20/20, you know.
Grumpy cat.
Okay, so you spent some time, and the rest of the group, scavenging some wood scraps. You do have some planks and spare planks and stuff, nails, and you get to work trying to fashion a patch for this. Okay. Who is going to helm the kind of construction of this?
My vote is Merwin because she has some experience with tools at least.
Yeah.
You would be the most capable one to do this. So, you are brought the supplies. To make a patch for this.
Is that in service that she was doing that?
Please make an. Hey, I gotta use that skill I made up. Please make an engineering check.
Ooh.
I'm supposed like an helper in any way, can I?
You can use the. You can help out. Yeah, you can use your action to help.
I would like to help her.
All right, you can roll with advantage.
Yay! Not that made it any better. A 9.
A 9.
9.
You fashion a crude. You fashion a crude patch. It's large enough to cover the gap, but not very sturdy. But it is what it is. You do what you can with what you have. Now, all you would have to be taken care of is the coral that is poking through would need to be removed, and that patched on, and then absolutely possibly mend it. She an angry kitty.
She loves me.
I'm gonna try to cut the coral off.
Are you using your axe?
Stuck like this now.
Yeah, make an attack roll against the coral.
15.
A 15 would easily hit. As you start just hacking at this formation of coral. Roll damage.
Nice knowing you.
She's perfectly content just sitting there.
This is how
12
she gets
points
me
of damage.
back.
12 points of damage. You hack off. You hack off a lot of it. And I now say, to consider rolls over the next few minutes. You continually hack at this thing with your axe until most of it is chunked off into the ship. And now, though the water flow is increasing into the ship, you are taking on more water. You're able to put the patch up against it.
I will use my weight to hold the patch against it so
Right.
they can hammer stuff in. Hammer.
You make another engineering check
I'll help.
with advantage.
I'm gonna smooch you more.
Worth, you also kind of join Absolute in pushing this thing up against
This
the
feels stupid.
up against the gap, trying to stop the water from pouring in.
Sorry, my tablet's being dumb.
Stupid tablet of tablets.
Well, it's a little better at 11.
11. So you get it to hold, but it does not stop all of the water from coming in. You are still taking on water. The gaps around this thing are maybe 3 or 4 inches on the top and the bottom.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, man, but like.
3 oranges, that's a massive hole. That's a.
I mean, it's like this little gap. On top of the thing, there's on top of the patch. There's still a gap of about 4 inches
I get some more wood.
on each side.
Sorry, I'm used to using, metal and stones.
If you say mending works this way,
I mean, why would it not work? Isn't it up to a foot?
it is, but it's like if two pieces break, it isn't like if a chunk is missing. It is GM's discretion, but it is the way that it is.
Okay, maybe I'm.
I don't know.
Phrasing.
If you say that like a patch leaves only this much and mending would cover over with the patch.
I mean, what I'm picturing is less than the size of Absolute's hand. This thing. So I think if you passed your hand over it, it would
Mend.
I would let it mend. That's how I pictured it working.
Yeah, sure. Then I will take the shards of Cometfell out from around my neck and just kind of with the shards pass over top of them.
And it is almost as if you coax the molecules themselves into mending together, stitching back. And you do it once for the top and once for the bottom, and the flow of water stops.
Hooray!
And with another about 20 minutes of work, you're able to bilge almost all the water out of the hold of the boat.
And there was much rejoicing.
Well done.
You know what's gonna happen if you come back down here? I'm gonna kiss you more. She
Just look at her.
Well done, you three.
It was team effort. We still have water to get out, and I'll go and grab a bucket and join the boat line.
Yeah, water is actually a lot of the problem now too, because you see how all these barrels are shattered? That's a lot of our drinking water. The fresh drinking water. Some of the food is waterlogged and bad as well.
Well, we were lacking water, and then the food soaked up water. It is no problem, da?
Well, it's mixed with a lot of seawater now, and you can't drink seawater, Abs.
You can eat seawater, though.
You can technically eat it.
That sounds gross because whales pee in there.
Along with other things.
Whales do pee in there, and also salt water is all sorts of toxic to you.
I pee in there.
Oh.
Why don't we go up and talk
Well,
about
if
this?
you,
Yes.
we can survive until tomorrow, da?
Until tomorrow. Wait. See.
Because I think I can fix all of our problems tomorrow.
What can you do tomorrow?
Purify food and water. I can't create food and water, but I can purify it, so... Let me just bring up the...
So you will be able to make salt water drinkable?
All non-magical food and drink within a 5-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range is purified and rendered free of poison and disease.
This is good news. I'll say that can desalinate water. Why not? It's safe to, it would be safe to drink. That is very good to know. Thank you, Alcirith. We will
I will just get rid of, like, heroism or something.
let's go up to the deck. Take a look around.
Alright, tomorrow this takes place, but...
Now, when the tides go out, we might be able to get off of this thing. I am worried it would take more damage, though. But, well, let's just go take stock of the situation. So, you head up above decks. And the sun has come out a little bit more now. And in all the chaos, you had failed to notice something before, but now you see it. In the middle of this ring of islands, there is another ship.
Yay!
It is enormous.
Oh.
Aw.
It must
Yay!
It must be near twice the size of the Larkspur. Many decks, and has some strange features that you don't recognize. Portholes in the side with cylindrical tubes protruding. And this ship is entirely undamaged. In fact, it looks to be in beautiful condition. And it is anchored
Do we see
right there in the middle of these isles. And
people on deck?
So, for a good approximation of things and stuff,
Are there ghosts on the deck?
this would be a map of kind of where the isles are, and this being a larkspur hung up on this reef, there's more reefs around here, islands. Huge 5-mast ship. And it's just anchored peacefully in the middle of these islands.
I don't see any people on board.
You are quite far, but make a perception check.
Yeah, if this is 100 feet,
18.
At this distance,
I didn't roll very good. 11.
you don't see anybody.
not that's like 1,000 feet.
Yeah, you don't see anybody from this
Less than a
distance.
quarter of a mile.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, what is that now?
It's a ship.
What's that now?
I mean, yes, it is obviously a ship. I mean, it's like a really huge ship. Look at the size of that ship.
And it's got pipes sticking up the side of it.
I have never seen a ship that big and more before in my life. Yeah, what are those pipes?
Maybe they're telescopes.
No ship needs that many telescopes. That's the silly.
Scientific ship. Each telescope is for a different team of scientists.
That's not it.
Then I got nothing.
Then what is your idea? Like,
I don't have any idea. I'm a cartographer, but I just know that that's not telescopes.
Well,
Silly.
maybe we should see if there's things going on over there.
That made me think of something. He's watching the guys at the.
wear that Blue Lives Matter shirt. Don't wear your mask.
It's in very good condition.
Duh.
We should go check it out.
How did they make it through the storm without any damage?
They're
Perhaps,
anchored, I don't know.
perhaps they were moored here the entire time, and the ship just was not that severe out here. We were. I do not know how. Clara, we need to have a conversation. I know. I think we're off course a little bit. Of course. What do you do?
I think we should go check it out.
Let's go check it out.
You want to take the rowboat over there?
Kind of.
Making a called shot. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm just going to write it down. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
Are you predicting what I'm going to do next?
Yes.
Okay.
Perhaps we should take a short rest first, though.
Yes, perhaps we should all rest a bit.
I feel fine.
Good for you.
What does it mean if you're right?
It means that you remember a long time ago where you said good story writing doesn't matter if it's stereotypical or not.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what it means. It
Oh,
means
okay.
that it's a good engaging story, but I'm like, I wonder if it is this.
Okay.
This is an engaging situation.
All right. You're probably not wrong. I don't know though.
But is it still art?
Okay. So, do you take a short rest on the deck?
Shut up, James.
Sure.
I think we are all tired and we can deal with this in little bit.
Time of day is it?
Now afternoon.
What is the hailing flag?
Mid-afternoon.
Is
all
there a
this-
flag to hail other ship
Our hailing flag?
or distress of some sort?
Do they have a flag up?
Perception check.
That one.
All their sails are furled, and you don't see a flag flying right now.
I don't know when the flag is. It here, but it here.
We can hail them with a flag if you would like. Let them know we are coming if they are looking.
Parley flag of sorts, or SOS.
I'll have it raised. And Drasana shouts orders, and she and Gemma begin to raise a flag.
If it is okay, Captain.
Do we have a flag that says we're friendly, but we'll kill you if we have to?
Not one that.
It's
well,
the shrug,
it's
but one
that.
of the hands is the middle finger.
Not one that communicates that exact sentiment.
I think that would be a good one to have.
It's a don't tread on me flag, but it's no step on.
No double neck. So you take your short rest, rolling your hit dice.
Oh yeah, how do I do that?
Short rest.
Okay. We're going to do a thing. Fun.
Till the day it takes a teamwork away. Nice.
Happy with that.
Okay, so from your short rest, you rise. How about you all three be really careful over there? Don't get taken hostage by pirates or something.
Well, presumably they will send a boat over to us. We can always sleep the night and I don't know. Is it committed that we are going over to them on skiff to see what
If
is
you would
up?
like to. It's been about an hour since you raised the flag, and there you have received no response from the other vessel. They've not raised anything in response to us.
The ghost ship.
Not Gimli. I don't have the. Not her. Yeah, her name.
Gemma.
Gemma. Gemma has been presumably watching them.
Yeah, I've been watching the whole time. And
Gemma! Have you seen any signs of life over there?
Like nothing at all. I don't know. No raised flags. I don't really see any. I mean, they're far.
Well, maybe Commodore Graziella, you'll have a new ship.
Look at that thing. Wouldn't that be? Whew.
We give Lord Spur to the Diamond Eye.
Be still, my heart. If you go aboard and they're generous, you might ask them for a bit of food or water, Lent. Or anything else they could spare.
Very well.
Don't look like pirates. Most pirates don't have ship that mid. Look how nice it is.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a pirate. Or I've ever
If you
been
did,
at
it'd
any
be a
time.
lot cooler.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
Alright, let's go.
Careful, careful. Hey, careful, please. The
Yeah.
last time you went somewhere on the boat, it was really weird.
Yeah.
Start lowering the
Well,
boat.
here we go.
You lower the skiff into the water
Come here, Forrest.
and enter. All right. You slowly trot through the water toward the large vessel. Approaching in your boat, you feel dwarfed by its immensity. You see there, as you approach, printed on the side, it says La Duquesa. You have spent enough time in the Triumvirate to recognize the language as Trensian, and with a passive intelligence of 12 or above, the translation as the Duchess.
What?
Now, the ship appears to be new off the line. Like right out of the shipyard, it's in such good shape. The paint is fresh. There's no real damage to it. It even barely has any barnacles attached to the lower hull. You see the sails are all furled, but even from here, the good quality of the cloth is apparent. You see this exquisite figurehead, lustrous bronze of a mermaid with a crown upon her head. And you reach the side. Are you wondering if the boobs are bare or not?
Yeah.
It didn't even occur to me.
It's more like it's like a seaweed wrapping up the torso, sort of.
Oh. Even in fake, I'm disappointed.
Did he? Okay. You pull up to the side, and there's kind of some handholds.
All right, Bill.
Are there any signs of life yet?
You can make a perception check as you approach the vessel. Would you all, if you would all do that?
12.
21.
20?
You see no signs of life.
I was too busy looking for Teddy.
Yeah, absolutely. You were like, interesting. You guys.
Guys, I have news that I am not Teddy.
They're like, all right, Abs. But you guys don't see any movement on the deck.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is the way that I am.
Oh, that's a foot there.
That's me.
Can we tell what all the pipes are yet?
What are the pipes?
The gun.
Oh.
The cannons that we don't know are cannons.
Looking at them. Yeah, I mean it's a.
They're not telescopes.
You're smart enough with your to see that they're not telescopes. Yeah, it may in fact be a barrel of some sort of weapon, of a type unknown to you. But you know, looking at its function, it could be very well used to propel something from its barrel.
I'll call out. Hello.
Worth, I
Anybody
don't think
home?
these are telescopes.
Hello there.
Hello there.
No
Hello, Mrs. Clown.
Mrs. Clown.
Can
I buy a bowl of soup?
That's Carrie's favorite episode.
Oh, hello. I don't think that's a kid.
I think that's her boss.
That's our
Steve.
There's no response when you call out. Just echo of your voice.
Was this ship stolen and they like left it in a weird place so they could come back later? Is the owners of ship coming back later? Is
This doesn't make any sense.
who would leave beautiful
I
bronze
would like to use.
lady?
So we're up to the ship now, right?
Yep, you are right up against the side.
Essence.
Okay. You reach out, and within the 30-foot radius of it, you sense nothing off, nothing strange. Nothing connected to Fey Essence, no face to other than what you have upon yourselves.
Can I tell what kind of metal the barrels are made out of?
You can make an intelligence check with advantage.
He's a weirdo. Eh, 11 or 10.
You figure it could very likely be some sort of iron. That's kind of your first guess.
Glad it's not made out of face steel.
Yeah.
Face steel cannons.
Face steel cannonball.
Do you guys go aboard?
Oh, did you sense anything?
Nothing.
No.
Diddly squiddly.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll just
let's
start
go on
muscling my
board.
way up.
All right. You go up.
Cautiously. Check for traps.
No.
What happens if we just GTA this?
I don't know what that means.
Grand Theft Auto, we steal it.
Oh, okay, to steal it. Okay.
It's okay, I didn't know what it meant either.
I'm just guessing also.
I mean, I know what GTA means. Okay. So we're gonna try and do it. We're gonna do a thing here. This is gonna be fun and
Great tuberculosis.
yeah. This is definitely go off. All right. So I have this enormous, beautiful map of this thing.
Generally tenacious aardvark.
Well,
Generally tactile, appreciatively.
Duty.
All right, now let's clear some space. So
They're all
this
in
is
the ocean.
enormously high res, and I thought, I don't know if this will work or not, but we're gonna put minis on top of this. I'm gonna run the game from my phone, because look how beautiful it is.
It's very beautiful.
And even a big map would dwarf this. And they've got each deck. So as you go through the decks, you can move it around. These all correspond to different things. I'm going to send a copy of this to the chat. If somebody could look at what the bullet points are, and kind of butts.
Oh, which chat?
Butts.
The Discord or the chat?
Oh, okay. You're right about that.
I thought you had Discord pulled up on there.
No.
Oh.
He just said butts. Oh, you're not on Discord, your laptop. I was going to blow up your computer. Butts.
While you're laid down on the table.
Okay. All right then.
I was gonna do like, it was just gonna fill all this up. All your notifications up.
You come on board right about this spot here, and you can kind of control this as you like. Hold on one second.
Where is my big girl?
We're gonna do minis on there.
Yeah, make it more to scale there.
Good try though. That would have been funny.
So when you said that when we came up to the ship, we felt dwarfed by its size.
Very, very large. Many decks.
Oh,
So
you're making a race comment.
now you know how I feel all the time.
Well, if we felt dwarfs, what did she feel? Half-winged?
Gnomed.
You feel gnomed by this.
Wonder boy.
The shrimmy one gets it. I don't give a shit. She's not the shrimmy one.
I remember that. The shrimpy one gets it.
That was pretty funny.
All right, attempting to send. There it goes. All right, so now you'll be able to see what the numbered bullets are.
I don't want to do the treasures from God's Word card.
Aw, poor baby.
Not nearly as high res in the chat.
Isn't it? Oh, crap. Is it large enough to see the...
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you can read the things.
Okay, yeah, officers' quarters, navigation, stateroom, quarters, first mate's quarters. Okay,
Either of you want a beer?
Yes,
I'm good, thank you.
I always like beers. I almost brought some beers, but then I didn't.
Okay. Okay, that's not that one. This will be fine.
You want a glass for your beer?
I don't care. I'm a heathen.
Okay, you are on board.
This is why we need a giant screen in here to do this on.
Exactly. That is exactly what I want.
And then you can just like cast it.
Beagle screen. Cast that thing, have minis on it.
Thank you.
James asked me where I wanted to eat lunch today, and I said zombie burgers.
What?
Zombie burger.
Zomburgers.
I've got the nasty food, untouched and it's low quality.
Cesare's got the bad food.
There was a new episode on there.
Today.
No, the one that you showed.
Oh, back. It is back. decide to make peace with you, Stephen?
Like this beer. It's good. It's stout without being overpoweringly stout.
Okay.
Which is a good one.
What do you do as you arrive up on the deck? You see around you these barrels, two rowboats. These are still coming through, but only on my phone. Two rowboats larger than yours. And yeah, you can all kind of get a sense that these are definitely weaponry. And you see these stacked cannonballs.
Hello!
You see no one along the deck. And
People!
as you call out, there is no response, but you may make perception checks as you start to walk out over the deck.
You know what's actually
24.
is that we can't take
20.
this thing because someone's gonna come after us. 9.
You see nothing? Hear nothing. It's very still.
I don't like the dice rolling.
It makes me nervous.
So, to begin your investigation of this deck, where do you go next?
I go to the aft castle.
All right. Walk the length of this ship.
We all walk as one.
And every bit of it is beautiful. The decks are new. These sweeping staircases, the banisters of which are carved with these beautiful symbols. You go up onto the aft castle. You see the skylight above the where the captain's quarters would be. This big, beautiful ship's wheel.
I look down into the captain's quarters.
Make a perception check.
20.
It looks like the curtains that you would normally cover it are unfurled. You see onto the very bed of the captain, there appears to be a form down there. Underneath the covers. It's hard to tell whether it's, sleeping or what is it.
I pointed out to these two.
There's
Something down there.
Yeah. When he points out, you guys look and you see it as well.
Hold on. I probably don't have it.
There actually is the map of the captain's quarters on here. That's the bed you're looking down onto. Nifty, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the other badge? First mate and guess.
I don't have it prepared.
Okay.
I will go first and kind of like approach the bed.
Oh, can you each of you tell me your passive perception score?
Not great.
16.
14.
It was 20, right?
Yeah.
I remember you were telling me about that. Okay. 20, 14, and 16. Very good.
I'm very perceptive.
All right, what do you do?
Just kind of like
Go downstairs.
peek at the form on the bed.
Are you moving down and going in?
Well, I thought there was someone on the bed. I was going towards the bed.
We are looking down.
Well, you were looking down through a skylight.
Oh, then what?
So you see this here is this kind of the skylight that goes to the captain's quarters. The captain's chambers is actually down here. See where you are on the ship? You're on top of the aft castle.
I accept the reality of this world. I am also thinking of all the peeping toms that are going to look down onto the...
As I said, the curtains that would normally cover it have been
drawn.
looks like they have been withdrawn. So there are
It's
curtains that
horrible design for like any sort of privacy at all. But cool, I dig that.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
the curtains are drawable from within the captain's chambers. Thick fabric that can be closed up.
Over like the whole of like horizontally.
Yes,
over
horizontal curtains
that will cover the not just like
No.
the sleeping quarters. Okay,
covering under the skylight. Yeah, like a Roman shade.
that's
sort of.
way cooler
Okay.
than like.
Anyway.
Here's the entire crew for this like 100-man boat, and like they can just look in willy-nilly into your whole
Okay.
space.
Okay.
I will move to go downstairs.
But we shall go downstairs.
All right. So you enter through the doors, in past where the the first mates and the state's rooms are.
do you enter the door?
Oh, and this is
Traps.
up on this deck, anyways.
Yes.
So okay, then yeah, wonderful. I
So
was
you were
thinking it
going
was.
back and entering in there.
I should look at the map. Da, we shall go downstairs then.
Okay. You walk through the doors.
I check
Very,
for traps.
very silent. Make an investigation check.
I want to check.
I want to make another called shot.
So I assume that nobody's in this bed.
Do you go
I
in and
haven't
look?
gone in there.
The door is
Separate room.
closed.
Oh, it is a separate room. I didn't see the
I
wall.
believe
there.
that's the first mate's chambers.
Okay. Yeah, I want to check this room.
All right, you go in. Make an investigation check.
12.
Number 4 is stateroom guest.
The the state and guest room. You go in there. You don't see anyone. There's no one in the bed.
Does it look like there's been anybody recently?
Recently, no. It looks like this. They probably haven't had any. The bed is made.
Okay.
It doesn't look very well slept in, and again, most things in here look pretty new, like the carpets, the bedding.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to go straight for the captain's quarters.
All right.
I'll
You
come back out
enter-
and relate to these two.
You enter the captain's quarters. You see the form in the bed, underneath the covers. You see a shock of black hair. And approaching
I don't get too close to the bed.
a pallid humanoid face.
Pallid.
Pale.
I call out, hello? Is anyone in here?
No response from the form.
I'm walking with the hand on my sword.
Varith.
You're gonna approach.
Kind of like look at them. Real careful.
So
I draw my sword.
Okay.
And I want to pull the covers back with the sword so I can keep a little bit of a distance.
Sure. You're able to do so. You pull back the cover in the sheet.
Gingerly.
Looks like a human male with longer hair, in bed clothes,
Dead.
dead.
Like-
Unmoving, pale flesh,
Shriveled.
not decomposed or anything like that. You can make a medicine check if you wish.
Can I assist?
Yeah.
Roll with advantage.
While these two are doing that, I want to check out the First Nation.
It's the same situation in there.
21.
No one, but everything looks pretty new. Is there anything you're looking for in particular? 21. It looks pretty recent. It's pretty recent. Maybe within the last
Tell
2 or 3 days.
why this person is dead.
There's no blood. And a cause of death is very difficult to determine.
I don't want to touch it,
There doesn't appear to be any sorts of trauma to the body.
which makes me want to touch it
Very
even less.
recent.
Very recent, within a couple of days maybe, was when the body died. There's no visible traumas, no
Okay.
blood or anything like that.
Well, I'm definitely not touching it.
I'm looking for personal effects. If it looks like somebody left in a hurry, or
That's
if
not anyone
anybody
left in a
was
hurry.
even here.
But you go through some drawers and such. You find a few notes, a couple of random books. Most of this is in Trensian. No, I don't. That isn't what speaks Trensian. But
I will do a closer hands-on investigation of this body.
all right. You get up now. Pull the covers back a little bit further. Investigate this deceased form. Pale skin, a bit bluish, woundless, but lifeless. What do you do? Make a medicine check, or
Just a more hands-on approach.
okay.
Not great. 10. Looking for puncture wounds.
You see nothing more than what
Disease.
there's doesn't appear to be any disease. No punctures. You're looking for bug bites. You don't see any of those. And you feel pretty stumped.
I have I am immune to disease.
Okay.
Which is why I touched the being and you wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Which is why
Awesome.
I touched the body. Bill?
Do you attempt to decipher anything that you find in there? Looking through your note.
Through the notes?
Yes.
Yeah.
In here, yeah.
Do you enter the captain's chambers as well? Okay.
Yeah,
you see
I'll take the notes with me and.
You see Murwin come in with a few notes, what looks like a ledger book, and she kind of brings those in. You see the dead body as well.
I want to look through the captain's quarters to see if I can find any sort of...
Investigation check.
I take it that's the captain?
As far as we can tell,
There was nobody in either of those other rooms.
17.
But I found these notes.
You find some more along the lines of what she's found, logs as well. Most of it's in Transient. You find a little bit that's in Althonic and a bit in Atrian. You can make intelligence check to kind of comb through it to make sense of any of this.
I would like to make suggestion for us, and that it is that we come back tomorrow. I have some studying to do. I can be more well prepared for this tomorrow. But I think that we should come back
Oh, the
in
16.
the morning.
A 16.
I rolled a 10. Oh yeah, is it still the same day as...
It's still the same day.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably getting a little late.
From the what you can gather, it seems like it is a new ship, possibly on its maiden voyage. Maybe experimental or newish type of vessel, but that's about all you can get through the notes that you can understand.
I move that we come back in the morning.
Very well.
The?
Could I find anything in the captain's quarters that has like a name that would be like, or a plaque stating, would be obvious, like this is probably the captain's name, the name of the ship, and all that kind of anything official?
You can make another investigation check specifically looking for that.
I will take the notes and ledger back with us to the ship.
You do find that
I stop you from doing that.
Sorry, what did you do? Attempt to do?
I was going to take the notes and ledger back with us, and
Absolute stops you from doing that immediately.
You think it's cursed?
Yep.
You do find on the desk there's some letterhead paper. Much of it's in Transient, but it does say La Duquesa Capitan Montaliano.
I pull out a piece of paper and just write it down, copy it down.
I am playing with it.
Capitan Montaliano.
And then I usher you guys to the boat.
You guys return to the Larkspur via
We do not do that.
Oh, okay. Where do
We
you
do not do that.
You do not do
As
that.
We
soon
go
as
back
we
to the
get-
rowboat.
We get onto the rowboat. I lay on hands both of them, casting 5 points of lay on hands on each of them to neutralize a disease.
Okay.
And then we go back.
Okay.
What do you think? Why are you so spooked?
And I do not let you, because maybe there is a disease that comes over, and I will not have that come over to main ship. I am sorry for being so forward.
That's okay.
I am not going to take back big disease to rest of ship.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I have some studying to do tonight. In the morning, we can come back. We can see if there are any diseases and be at full strength.
Good thinking.
And then we can share with what we have. I am very confident now, but come back in morning. Sorry if I was too...
No, it's fine. I don't think about these things.
It is like the one thing I am very good at dealing with is disease. It is because we are quarantining it at the source.
The one thing I am very good at is hitting things.
Decide which Betty needs the most bonks. So now having
Put that in a
satisfactorily
hearty chuckle book there, Nick.
having satisfactorily quarantined, do you return to the Larkspur?
Uh-huh.
All right.
You can share with the crew what you want. I have studying to do.
It is getting dark as you return to the Larkspur and are back on the
I have dark vision.
You are very aware that it's getting dark.
Good.
The first one you run it back to, you run into on the deck, is Red. So, what happened over there? You meet with someone?
We found one dead body.
Just one.
Well, we didn't examine the whole ship.
Yet.
Where did you find the body?
In the captain's quarters. In his bed.
What?
Only person we found so far.
So you didn't go below decks?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Absolute
Oh.
was kind of spooked. She wanted to come back tomorrow, so we
Alright.
acquiesced.
Well, that sounds fun. Let's go tell Captain.
Yes.
Huh. I heard all of that, yes. So, you are going back tomorrow.
Yes. That's.
What do you suspect?
I don't know. The only thing we could think of was disease, so Absolute preemptively cured us before we came back.
I
see.
do have create food and water.
Very nice. So, yes, Gemma was watching the entire time as well.
No one. We saw no signs of life.
She saw nothing. She saw you on the deck, but nothing.
The only person we found dead or alive was whom we presume was the captain. I wrote down what presumably is the name from the
You handed the letter.
information.
In the first mate's quarters didn't even look like anyone was. I mean, the bed was made. It didn't look like there had been a struggle or
The captain
anything.
who was in sleeping clothes.
Yeah.
No wounds or marks of any kind. And no other dead bodies is the thing that confuses me the most.
And then be very careful when you go back tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, Worf did learn the name of the captain.
Mm-hmm.
You communicate to her, Captain
Anybody
Montariano.
do a history check on that?
You may.
Well, I would like to.
Absolutely studying, so she's
What?
going to do it.
Whatever. I guess I'll roll actual dice because this is, I don't know, frozen or something.
Oh.
10.
The name doesn't ring any bells.
Yeah.
It's Graziano.
Montariano. Not the name I've heard before. It is a transient ship though.
And possibly even maiden voyage. Everything looks brand new over there.
Yep.
See, that would make sense.
I tried to recall what I read because I have a keen mind and I can remember things that I read. I tried to recall the things I read on the notes,
Yeah, you remember that.
even though I don't know what it said.
You know, you gathered from words that are similar in both languages. The maiden voyage, or new ship, experiment, weapons, and you communicate that to Braziella. Okay, so new ship, maiden voyage. That is why it's so nice. But something happened.
Yeah, something.
Well, then I say once again, please be very careful when you go back tomorrow and get some good rest tonight, okay? We will keep watch on it tonight to make sure nothing happens. And for now, the ship is shored up.
good.
Do you?
We rest.
Do you
I
rest?
study. We go back.
All right, you take your long rest.
Yay!
I want to do it. Let's do it.
The night passes with no incident. And you return in the morning, craning out your skiff, heading out over the waters to La Duquesa.
My computer is completely frozen. Uh-oh. So we shall pause for a moment.
Okay.
Suck Windows 11.
Yes, it does. Windows is bad. Windows 11 is bad.
Yo, what's up?
Hi.
Sorry for. I stopped you earlier.
What's going on? I don't know what's going on. I just hit things.
It's because I was freaking out over disease. At least I got one thing from COVID.
Uh-huh.
No, you will wash hands.
Have you heard of the Futurama variant?
Yes.
Okay.
You're back on the deck. Absolutely nothing has changed since you left. What do you do?
Okay, so we're back. As we're going up, I am casting Detect Poison and Disease.
Okay.
I will read that out to you.
Yes, please.
For the duration, you can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you. You can also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. And
What's
most
the duration of it?
10 minutes.
Okay, so as you walk,
It's going to be a brisk walk.
as you walk, you reach out with this sense. Alright. So, navigate on this where you would like to go. Do you go back into the chambers again, or?
It is. I would like to. So how long is this ship? Regardless, I should be able to walk up and down the ship less than 10 minutes.
Yes, easily.
And
I'll say yeah.
it's not going to be 30 feet to the bottom of the ship.
No, you want to do an entire be a sweep of the whole thing?
So yes, I don't want to go down in.
Oh, okay.
I would just like to walk on the upper deck, and from the upper deck to the very, very bottom, it should not be
I don't think it's 30 feet.
30 feet.
I'll say.
And it
I'll give it to
also
you.
should not be 3 feet of solid wood in between us
No.
and the bottom.
No, I'll give that to you. So, you get back up on top of the deck. You start this, and you walk from bow to stern. Concentrating the whole time. You can sense alcohol, which is technically a poison.
Mhm.
You sense a few acids that are poisonous in maybe vials or small quantities. You sense no disease.
Nothing out of ordinary. Okay. In that case, I am sorry for how I acted yesterday. I was just
Yeah, but at the time you didn't know, so it would
in
be safe than sorry.
perfectly happy. We may proceed as normal now.
Okay.
So, with that worry assuaged a bit, where do you guys go next?
I want to go down to the next level.
Alright. You head below decks. At the entrance up here, into the second level. Here around, you see hammocks, more storage containers for cannonballs, a lot of supplies. And as you walk down here and start to get your bearings, you see several of these hammocks have bodies in them as well. There's one body sprawled on the ground amid the guns. Another slumped up against a crate of cannonballs.
Do they look the same as the captain did?
You can make a... Are you looking at the bodies themselves for like medicine check?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make a medicine check as you go around to several of these bodies.
Since Absolute already checked for diseases. I'll get close to the bodies.
Okay.
And 11.
It's just very strange because there's no physical marks, no bruising, no bludgeon damage, no blood. Your guess would be disease, but
Yeah.
Unless
And
someone
Worth
was-
checked for Faye since
Unless
yesterday.
unless whatever Fey powers were used are gone now.
True.
Someone came, very powerful, killed them all, and left.
With no trace.
With no trace. Maybe it was our new friend.
What would be the point of just killing everybody and leaving the ship?
That's the point of destroying the whole world.
True.
You sensed Faye essence, didn't you?
I did, but I sensed nothing. I'll go in there.
you walk the length. There are several more, maybe 10 more bodies. Most of them are human, mix of male and female. You see there are some halflings.
It'd be so nice to have a cleric right now.
There are some halflings in the mix. You go into the back here. On the table, it appears the table is set. There's food, half eaten. Candles burned down. Their wax spilled into the planks of the tabletop. The food is not all the way rotten.
Is there anybody in that room?
There are two men seated at the table, slumped over.
Whatever happened sudden, without warning.
Does it look like they were the only two eating, or does it look like there were others?
There's another that's on the ground next to a chair that's toppled over.
Playing a game now.
It's creeper host is being really weird.
Okay, let's go down to the next level.
You continue down, further into the bowels of the ship. You begin your investigation. Much storage on this level. Lots of rope, many bundles of sailcloth, carpenter shop, this hearth. There's a lot of foodstuffs back here.
Carpenter shop.
What appears to be a small medical bay.
Is there anyone in the medical bay?
There's a body on one of the cots. Just exactly the same as all the rest. Doesn't appear to be there for any...
It's not patient zero.
It's not patient zero,
Okay.
just like the rest. And on the table there's a potion.
I grabbed the potion.
It's a Savior's Elixir.
Okay.
The chicken
Well, that
coops.
didn't help.
Looking more and more like we got just a free ship.
There are chicken coops in this area.
Chicken coops.
Chickens?
Chicken coops. And a stable where there would be several horses. When you enter there, though, all 4 horses are dead.
Are the chickens all dead?
The chickens are all dead.
What happened?
The same, no obvious cause.
Exactly the same. No wounds, no, just no nothing.
Do I find a giant pot of gold anywhere?
If you're looking for gold, you can make an investigation check.
I'm not looking for
I'm
gold.
going to go to one of the chickens.
Okay.
I am going to take out my dagger.
Okay.
I'm going to cut open the chicken. I am going to take out its lungs. I am going to look at what its lungs look like.
You look perfectly healthy. Just normal.
Nope, I move out of the way.
Okay. Bill.
Actually, make a medicine check. And they look like lungs. They look normal as insofar as you have experience of butchering animals and knowing what their organs look like.
So it's not like they were melted from the inside or something.
No.
I am looking for asphyxiation. We do not see evidence of that, but I got blood everywhere.
I rolled an
8 for on medicine.
8. No, investigation.
Looking for gold.
Looking for gold.
I mean, there are various.
This is
boxes
going to be
and
the
chests.
neat moment of this campaign, isn't it? Neat.
And then we get back on the larkspur and leave.
You find 10 random gold pieces just laying around.
Oh, weird.
Do you continue
Da vi continuare.
into the lower deck?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're on the final deck of this ship. Down here, there are fewer bodies. There's still a couple, but there is a lot of barrels of rum, a lot of powder, and let's put some minis on the board here. Let's do this. Who's going to be where? On the bottom deck.
You can spread us as you would. Absolute would be kind of ahead.
Okay, ahead which way?
I'd say on the other side.
This way or this way? Sorry. All right. You're kind of over here.
She would have pushed to the other side and started looking around.
And where do you guys go?
Past the halfway mark.
That looks ominous.
I go towards ominous.
All right,
That's about right.
towards the back. Abs, you're about here. And place your stuff where
Yeah,
you
I'd probably be looking this way.
Guys, I think there is nudity in these barrels.
We got a crowbar? No.
I'm sorry about my dumb jokes.
He's rolling dice.
He has been rolling dice. It's disconcerting.
But now we have our minis on the board, and now he's rolling dice.
Oh no, yeah, it's better now.
I check for traps.
You can make an investigation.
Hold on while I look at my files.
I'm rolling terrible. 7.
There's definitely no traps, like you can see.
You don't see any traps.
You don't see any
But
traps.
do you move to the middle of the room?
Did you move past the halfway mark?
I open the door to the back.
Okay.
This is gonna blow the whole thing up.
We're all gonna die. Huh, we didn't
Nice
die on the
knowing
road.
ya.
We died in the ocean.
This is the road we die on.
You enter. There's a lot of powder kegs in here.
Boy, this is one big powder keg. Not that I know what that means.
There's a few more coils of rope around. No more bodies in here, though.
Okay. We're on the bottom deck now?
You are on the very bottom interior deck of the ship.
We didn't find a big chest of gold.
Not a big chest of gold. I like everyone except for Absolute to leave the table.
I'm gonna look at all your notes when I walk by.
Don't tell me what you read. Dang it. Let go.
Okay, we'll be back.
I've left the table.
Absolutely.
Don't touch my stuff.
You feel a sudden movement. You find yourself in a warm but completely sensory depriving place of some sort. There's a wetness to it, a solidity, and yet if you move your limbs, you can just barely move them, but you cannot see. It's completely dark. You can hear nothing. You attempt to speak and you cannot, and you are aware that you're not breathing on your own, although you are not suffocating. What do you do?
I try to reach for that small dagger that I ripped I cut the chicken open, and I try to slash out.
Make a let's see, with restrained. That means
It doesn't get much worse than that.
I would say it would be attack roll with disadvantage. Not doing that well. That one. On a failure to escape from it. You suffer 7 points of psychic damage. And your memory starts to feel hazy. Your head is thick, and pieces of your recent memories start to fracture. What did you have for breakfast? Why are you on this ship again? How did you get right here? The answers fade in and out. Now your memory drained, and you must roll a d4 and subtract the number from any attack roll or ability check.
Do I get to try again?
You are still restrained. You have presence of mind about you somewhat, that you could wait. You're not sure what's happened. You don't know about the doppelganger. You feel you may wait. Certainly I could not have gone far. They were only a few feet away from me. So it was a choice to wait.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that word. Because now I very much want to just pretend like everything's cool as the Doppler. Because that's so much more interesting.
Hey, it was in the text message.
Was it really?
It was.
I didn't read that the first time. Was it? Oh yeah, it was. Oh, you're not making there's what Absolute would want to do, and then there's what and then there's what Ian wants to do. And what Ian wants to do is way more interesting. Okay. Why don't we do like 2 more rounds of trying to escape?
Because you sense that if you continue to try to escape, that your memories will fade further and further away from your grasp. And the thought is to...
Let me do one more try of escaping, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
You wish to do the same method with your dagger?
Now it's going to be Now I'm going to rage.
Okay. Consumed as you are by this thing, you
I'm going to draw the blade.
summon your energy.
And, oh, I can't smite. That's alright. I'm going to try to attack.
And subtracting the D4 as well.
Yeah, I know. It's 2. 2 plus...
Even with all
2
your...
plus 7, so it'll be 9.
Even with all your righteous anger, you simply cannot muster the strength. You suffer 8 more points of psychic damage, and the die increases to a d6.
That's fine.
As it drains, as it eats memories once again, and your mind, this feels like it fractures a little bit more. So 1 second you know what's going on, the next second you don't. Do you wait for your compatriots at
At that point, I'll wait.
Okay, you still yourself. As the doppelganger, you can follow the party. You are tethered to it by a thin mucousy strand that is sort of attached to your leg. It is a false duplicate. Upon any damage to it, it will collapse into acid and you will be freed. You can answer in simple sentences if they ask you any questions.
What is the goal?
To get them to stay long enough to consume you and then consume both of them.
Just to stay in place.
Just to basically stay.
Is there? Okay.
So you would speak in simple sentences to accomplish that goal.
Oh, you picked the perfect person for that. That's all I do.
All right, hey Toad. All right,
What has transpired here?
you continue to look about.
The server's up.
For care.
Server's up.
Hey.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
There's no excuses for uses.
Excuse me.
So you find not much of anything in the powder storage chamber, the magazine, I suppose, unless you want to take any. There are powder kegs of various sizes. Unless you want to take some of it with you. Mirwin, you continue. You finish a sweep around here. You guys see Absolute kind of just absentmindedly standing there. What do you all do?
Find anything, Absolute?
Yep.
I didn't find anything either. Guess we go back and
Report.
report.
We should search more.
Okay.
What are we searching for?
Anything and everything.
Not sure, but
I want to go up to this level. And I want to go to that back room.
Where the
Oh, this
food
was the
stuff
store. This was the. Okay.
The back where the kitchens are. Okay.
That's right. What was that room? 25? I don't have the thing pulled up there.
Oh, yeah, that's the carpentry shop.
That would have come in handy yesterday. I guess I'll do an investigation check or something.
You guys are going back up to the level just above it? Okay, you guys go. You notice Absolute slowly following, looking a little bit listless, just kind of walk.
You okay there, Abs?
I'm fine. How about yourself?
Okay.
Iron Frog's hair. Channeling inner Bruce there.
I rolled 22.
Investigating on the second deck, what are you looking for specifically?
Anything out of the ordinary, I guess?
I mean, you find a couple more bodies that you hadn't seen before. What was your roll, sorry?
A 22. Anything that normally wouldn't be on a ship or contraband? I don't know.
Is there any area you're like really like looking at specifically, and, like really concentrating on, or what surfaces are you literally running hands across?
There's like papers and stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
That's where I was going for.
Yeah. Absolute will go over to the papers and start flipping through them.
I'll go into the kitchen, Elka.
I would like to flip through papers as well. I rolled a 15.
Flipping through papers, it's all in Trenzian. Nothing much that's interesting or strange about it.
Investigation?
What's in here?
Dead horses.
And leave them alone.
Is there anything in the kitchen?
Just kind of knock some papers over.
Make another investigation check.
Thirteen.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Other than a dead body slumped up against the, a feature, an undead body of which cause of death you're not certain of. You kind of see Absolute just standing around.
Absolute will go over to the dead body and just examine it real hard.
You see her looking at the dead body.
Is it just like the others?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Go back up a little bit, maybe?
Does it seem like the amount of dead bodies we have found would be all of the crew?
I mean, you found a lot of dead bodies.
Okay.
And it's a big ship, so I mean,
Probably.
you haven't explored every nook and cranny, but
I want to go look over here. There's bio
you're back up to the second deck now.
Finally, I got 22.
22. Investigating the
Yeah, just yeah. Any answers? Any gold? Anything at all of any kind? Anything interesting?
you notice the slightest bit of strange red goo stretches between your fingers.
Found some strange red goo.
It's reddish black, semi-transparent, on one of the on the edge of one of the crates.
Is this gonna kill me, Absolute?
Gonna walk over to it. Yep.
Can I tell where it's coming from? One of the crates, or is this on the crate?
Make an investigation check. Looking back to where you found it, you trace your eyes upwards. There's just that ever so slightest drop of it on the wall, on the wood wall. Looks like it might have come from up,
Above us?
maybe.
I think it came from up there. So I wipe it off because I don't want it on me.
And you look up, and it's
Absolute doesn't really react.
though it's quite dim in here, you don't see anything that might have been its source on the ceiling.
So I surmise it may have come from the deck above?
It looks like it might have run down the wall. If it had come from the deck above, it would have dripped more. You can surmise that it probably didn't like
drip from, like, through the upper deck.
It came from here. Do I see? Is there? Then there's nothing up there.
There's nothing on the ceiling, just the wooden planks of the deck.
Is there a hole in the wall where the could have dribbled out from?
So finding very little, you guys kind of come to a standstill in the middle of the second deck. Just kind of looking at each other.
I don't know what to do now.
Look at bodies. Absolutely. Go look at the bodies.
And you notice Absolute just repeating again the same thing in the same manner that she has done over and over and over again.
Okay.
You seem weird, Absolute, and gassy, by the way.
Let's look at all the bodies.
Something here. No.
Start looking at bodies, I guess.
You can make investigation or medicine checks.
It's really cold.
Good.
Why does it not want to show me anything? 13 investigation.
I mean, nothing new.
Nothing new.
And yet Abs just keeps looking at it as if with fresh eyes.
I want to do an investigation check on Absolute. See if I can figure out what's
You
going
can,
on there.
if you make a
no,
perception.
It's insight.
Yeah, an insight check.
14.
She certainly seems off since you came back up to this deck from the lower one. You can make a perception check as well if you like.
22.
As she is knelt there, just kind of mindlessly repeating these tasks, you notice, you feel that she's definitely off, and you notice kind of coming from her leg and wrapped around it, there is this thin, mucousy strand that leads back down the next deck. It is reddish black, semi-transparent, and is just attached to her leg.
I try to get Mirwin's attention without Absolute noticing. Which from the sound of it wouldn't be too hard.
Make a sleight of hand check. Perception check.
Ooh. 7.
21.
You would notice them speaking with their eyes.
Stand up straight. Look at them. Hand on the hill.
The goo on your leg matches the goo over there. What happened to you?
Why is there goo on your leg?
What mean?
Goo on your leg. There's a thing on your leg. What's the thing on your leg?
Stand off.
What's the thing on your leg?
Not sure of what you mean.
He means this. I'm gonna go over there and hit the strand with my axe.
Okay, you're like, this.
Anything?
Make an attack roll.
Um, 16.
16 hits. You watch as Mirwan's axe goes and severs this tether. Absolute immediately melts into this caustic red-black sludge. She's gone. Absolute, you are released.
And below decks, you fall down onto the floor. Seem somehow not covered in whatever it was that was holding you. You cough and breathe, and your two companions are not around.
Björn!
You killed her.
What happened? I didn't think that was gonna happen.
You hear a shout from below you.
Now, dang it.
I'm
She's
sorry.
alive!
You jerk. It's so well deserved. But you jerk.
I go back downstairs.
Yes, we run
you
back
survived.
down towards,
Right. You run back
towards
up.
the Royce.
As you guys run back down, Worth, you feel something. And you see a tendril, much like what attached itself to Absolute, just flash past your face and then retract back into an unseen place, attempting to trying to come for you as well. But you evade it, and down into the hold you go, and you see Absolute, very out of sorts.
You seem very out of sorts.
What happened?
There was another you, and we tried to free it from a thing, and then Mirwin killed you.
And then it turned to mush.
And it,
That
I'm
reminds me
sorry,
of the
I am
episode of
foggy.
SG-1. Know the one I mean.
You know the ones I mean. I am foggy. Be careful, there is something.
Yeah, maybe we should go.
Yeah, let's. Can we get out of here now?
And Absolute, you're like, get out of where?
The ship we're on
The
that stopped the Larkspur, you know?
Larkspur.
We should go back to that ship
This is ship that we...
that we live on, essentially.
Right.
Good ship. Larkspur, good ship. The ship, bad ship.
He draws the sword.
Can I look to see where the flash came from?
The flash.
The little flash of...
Oh, where the
tendrils?
It was a minute ago.
I also draw my sword.
Make a retroactive perception check.
That was a nat one, baby.
It was impossible to tell. You were in. It was on the stairs going back down to the next level. You saw it, and you just saw it flicker by. Impossible to tell where it came from. Mirwin, while you were
That's a
Never mind.
healthy stream.
Mirwin. I'll wait for him to come back. Healthy stream. While they're having this conversation, you feel a strange sticky sensation on your skin, and before you can warn the others, you feel yourself get pulled off your feet, and suddenly everything goes black. You are blinded, restrained, deafened, and you can make no sound with your mouth. You're in this strange, warm prison, and though you are not actively breathing on your own, your lungs are still somehow provided with oxygen. You are not suffocating. Do you make an attempt to escape?
Yes.
How do you attempt to escape?
None of my call shots.
I'm
paid off.
restrained, right? So I'm just gonna try to
You just want
break free. Yeah.
straight strength burst out.
Yeah.
Make a strength check with disadvantage. Did you say the called shots paid off?
None of them.
Did not. Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
16.
Oh, you did real good. I rolled a nat 1 on mine.
I rolled a 16 and a 22.
A 16. You take 9 points of psychic damage, and your memory starts to feel foggy.
No.
You're like, why? Where are we? The answers kind of fade in and out as to what you were doing on this ship. What were you looking for? What's happening? And you guys look around, and you see Mirwin kind of standing there, just kind of still.
Hey, Mirwin.
You can speak in simple sentences.
and follow them. Perform simple
Like that one thing that happened to me.
as you are the doppelganger.
Hi.
How you feeling?
Can I immediately make it?
With the goal, as you are the doppelganger, your goal is to keep them there, so that it can continue to consume.
I'm doing okay.
That's why you said we should look some more.
The Mirvan.
Do we pick up on anything? Weirdness?
I mean, she looks normal.
I mean, I wouldn't have an edge on this. I couldn't, because I'm like foggied up.
So Worth is you're the one with you.
We are leaving. We are burning this ship and leaving.
No.
Why not?
I think
Seems
we
like
missed something.
Bad things here. Bad juju.
We are leaving.
I
Come
think
near
we
them.
missed something.
What did we miss? Where did we miss it? Is there gold somewhere?
Yes.
Where gold?
Yep. We should leave to
And
somewhere.
I'm gonna go back. Are we still on this bottom deck? Or
Yeah,
did we
we
go
went down here
upstairs?
to find.
Yeah, you went back to the bottom deck to find Abs. And Mirwin, you may attempt to escape again. However, on another failure, the consumption of your memories will worsen. And you get that sense that you could wait for assistance from your compatriots or continue to try to escape.
No, I'll just wait. Are there any boxes and things down here?
There's a lot of alcohol. Boxes full of cannonballs, and most of what's in the back are powder kegs
Okay.
of varying sizes. You see Mirwin kind of wander toward the back into the powder keg room. It's kind of doing cursory glances around other things.
I have a bad sense of this place. We are leaving.
Yeah, we should. I think we should leave it well. Bad things happen to Absolute, and bad things are going to happen to the rest of us. We should go.
I just ignore them and keep looking.
You
Mirwin,
completely unfazed by your response.
What?
we should go. Let's go. Bad things happening.
We saved Absolute.
Yes, but what got her? We didn't find that out, and it's going to get us again.
No, it's gone.
What's gone?
Whatever attacked her.
How do you know? We didn't find it.
Because I killed it.
You killed something. But where was
That's a deception check.
where was Mirwin being kept at?
Yeah,
That was another part of that.
That would be a deception check.
Does the ganger have separate stats?
I didn't actually count on it lying.
I'm going to go back up to and start looking through.
No, we're leaving. Let's go now,
I'm
Mirwin.
going to start looking through crates.
She goes up and just continues.
Absolute. Give me a hand. We're going to drag her out.
Grab Mirwin and just like,
No! Let me go!
Make a contested strength.
I'm assisting Absolute.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, with advantage then.
Do I notice anything wrong with Mirwin
I
here?
mean, make an insight check with advantage.
Oh, 7.
18. I'm gonna rip you limb from limb.
Please don't.
Oh,
Well, I don't care.
20.
It's a doppelganger.
Yeah,
you
she's
go
acting a lot like Absolute did a few minutes ago, and based on that information, you look down at her leg and there's another one.
I sliced her to pieces with my rapier. Well, I aim for the red.
As Absolute is holding it, make an attack roll.
I want to break free.
24.
You slice it, and in your arms, Absolute, the form of Mirwin turns to this this red-black slime sludge
Don't worry, Absolute. You just saved her.
melts in your arms. Mirwin, you are released. You fall to the ground. Released from your prison, wherever you were, on the lower deck. Your mind is still a bit hazy, though.
I
Just
run
a whole
downstairs.
slew of curse words in Ozakovian.
Come on, Absolute.
No, but
I scream, who killed me?
It was me.
Thank you!
Come on, let's go get the
Sword,
real
sword out.
You guys run back downstairs to where Mirwin now is, gasping and reeling. Do you attempt to run? What do you do?
Absolute, grab Mirwin, drag her, and let's go. I'm going in front of us and being on the lookout for
You
things.
taking point on the way back up?
Yes.
All right. You three scamper up
I want to go home.
Hoda.
from the bottom deck. You do anything? Something else? To the middle deck.
Channel Divinity. Since where is the detect good and evil? Shut up, fool. Divine Sense, not Channel Divinity. I need to take my Channel Divinity back. Divine Sense.
What kind of creatures is that sense for? I know it's like Tayan fiends and stuff, which some of that stuff doesn't exist. But what does
Celestial Fiend Undead. Is that detect good and evil?
But with that, we kind of had homebrewed that to creatures with that type of energy as well.
Yeah. But it's supposed to be. What was the one that did like all the chaotic stuff? It was like detect good and evil and all that extra stuff. I don't know where that is now. That's what I would like to do, but I have no idea where that is on my. You can detect good and evil. I don't know if this will do anything at all.
So you are using that then?
Yeah.
And that is what the range on it is?
60 feet.
Okay. There's definitely a malevolent presence above you. Maybe 1, 2 decks. Is where it's now located. It strains and it shifts, but it's got yeah.
Let's all stick together.
No. We'll go up. Since it's upwards, we'll go upwards.
Okay, 1 deck.
Fire it again.
It's great above.
One more. We'll go. One more.
I like reach
You
my
get
sword
up
up, kinda
here.
poke around.
And again, I'll do it again. I can
And
do
at
it
this
6
point-
times.
at
I
this
can do
point-
it 6 times. I'm gonna do it.
And at this point, you don't need to do it again. You arrive.
I don't care. I'm gonna do
And
it
right
again.
there, there is this gelatinous mass, this vile red-black ooze creature, pseudopods and tentacles. You sense its very intelligent feeling malice toward you.
Firebolt!
I wish I had a good picture, but that's my.
Oh, I've got a good
Description of
mental
it.
image of this
Okay.
thing.
You don't surprise it, so I'm gonna just say roll initiative.
Yeah.
What is with the nat ones today?
Oof.
Sadness.
That's better.
I'm sleeping now.
Me too.
Wake up.
We're so old.
25 to 20. 20 to 15.
15.
I'm doing the Marisha thing.
15 to 10. Do 10 to 5.
I guess technically I
5.
rolled a 5.
Ooh, 5 and okay. You rolled a 5?
I rolled a nat 1 plus
Oh, okay.
4.
So you go then.
No, you'd be going first. Because you have way more dexterity than me.
Yeah, so it'll be worth than absolute. But first, the lurker goes.
But first.
What's that?
But first.
But first goes.
Did you know that was going to happen?
I
Well,
didn't know it was quite that close to me. Oh, Lurker is way first?
first goes the reef lurker.
Reef lurker.
How did we not see this?
It's hiding in the walls.
Because it has enormously difficult to detect when it's not in.
Yeah, I mean, Nick was rolling the whole time.
When it's not in bright sunlight, it has like plus 13 to stealth checks.
You practically have to roll.
And against your
Passive?
passives.
Against a 20?
I mean, it rolled really, really well. And
I kept wondering, like, he asked me what my passive was. Maybe I'll get to use it finally. No.
the thing was rolling like 17s on the dice. It rolled up to like 30 pluses. All right. The lurker is going to make 2 pseudopod attacks against, I guess. Merlin. And those of you who, let's see, it is within 1 hour. Those of you who have been memory drained, you will subtract a d4 from your rolls.
And D6.
And a d6 for you since you have been memory eaten twice.
Got it.
Each time you get memory eaten, the die size increases by 1, and you must subtract that from attack rolls or ability checks. Okay. To hit first, it lashes out with this pseudopod at you, Mirwin. Within 15 feet, 5, 10. 17 to hit.
Yes.
It smacks you with this semi-solid appendage. You take 4 points of bludgeoning. 7 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of psychic damage. As it lashes you physically, but also you feel this your bent and twisted mind just hurts, like your brain is being pulled away from your skull as it hits you. It'll take another one. That's a 14 to hit.
Misses.
The second one hits your shield as you kind of cower behind it in this mental anguish. And it's not within 5 feet, so it's not going to use deep memory. So that'll be its turn. Yeah, that's its turn. So Mirwin, you're next.
I'm going to rage. Can I do that?
Yeah, yes, you can reach, indeed.
And then I'm going to run up and hit him with my axe. I don't know how much good that'll do.
You'll just have to subtract the d4 from your rolls. It's essentially Bane, is basically what the effect is. Except it gets worse if he uses it on you again.
Still good. 20 to hit.
20 hits. Oh, burn!
9 damage.
9 damage?
And then I'm going to hit him again. Maybe. 17 to hit.
A 17 does hit.
17 hits.
Woo! 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage, well then.
And that is all.
Alright. Your turn, Worth.
Well, I'll stay behind these people, and I will. Is she engaged with? No, is she up to
Yeah.
it?
She's up to it, yes.
Then I will shoot a little stick of an arrow thingy.
You're gonna shoot crossbow at it?
I get advantage though.
Correct. She is engaged with it.
15.
A 15 misses.
Yeah.
So you send your bolt flying wide and just embeds in the wall of the ship on the other side. Anything else with your turn?
No.
Alright, absolute.
Sacred plan.
It's 12.
Oh, 10. 10 points of damage.
You're doing some damage to it. You burn like kind of into its fleshy ooze bit. This kind of crater of burning radiant energy. It starts to fill in after the energy fades away, but it looks fairly injured.
In my bonus action, I'd like to cast Shield of Faith on Mirwin.
All right, you are +2 to your AC. 40 now. Okay. Lurker. All right. Yeah, on Mirwin. That's a nat 1 on its first.
Haha!
18 hit on the second one.
No.
Ah, you guys, okay. It flails at you with the pseudopod.
Thanks, Atlas.
Yeah. Kill this creature.
It misses. That's going to be its whole turn.
Haha!
You're up.
I'm gonna hit him again. Maybe. Ooh. 24 to hit.
It's
Did you minus a d4?
good rolls.
12 points of damage.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I've had like 3 alcoholic beverages. I'm only
that
on
was a nat
impulse
one.
right now.
That one misses. Anything else with your turn?
Nope.
All right.
Wait. I'm going to frenzy.
Oh, you got frenzy tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I always forget.
Worth.
I shoot him again. Shoot him again.
Don't count. Another crossbow won't.
She's still engaged with it, right?
Correct.
16 again.
Just misses.
That's it.
Absolutely.
level 3 guiding bolt. Yeah, I should have advantage on that.
Yeah, as she's engaged.
Could always use Tides of Chaos.
No, you could always,
That's not great.
Is that an attack roll or a save?
It's an attack roll, and it absolutely misses.
Ooh, okay. You attempt to, you grab the shards of the pellet and you attempt to shoot this bolt out, but you're with your fractured and hazy mind, you just can't get it on target even though you've got a good position.
It's a miserable fail.
It is the lurker's turn.
Oh wait, hold on. 6 plus 9. It would have been a it'd been 13.
Okay.
13 misses.
Yeah.
It's like 16 or 17.
On Mirwin. Here we go.
Gotta be at least 17.
No.
That's 25.
Ah,
16
that
or
hits.
17.
I've rolled 16 twice.
And hit it?
Missed
No.
both
Yes,
times.
so it is 17. Okay.
So with the pseudopod attack, it deals to you 7 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced down to 3. I'm learning to do math via this game.
Good job.
Dang.
Quick maths.
And 3 points of psychic damage. Second one. 20 total.
Ah, hits.
You take 6 more points of bludgeoning damage. So 3. 4 points of psychic damage. It landed both. So now it can use Consume.
Rude.
Which means it has to use its... It has to hit with Eat Memories. And then... You are, if it hits with it, you are consumed. So, since you are not inside of it, you have to make a Wisdom saving throw. It's going to use Eat Memories. So one of its thin mucousy strands reaches out and hits you. Make a Wisdom saving throw.
18.
18 does not save.
Tiels. I'm not really close enough for you to get a +5 to that either.
You suffer 20 points of psychic damage,
Jesus.
Tiels.
and you are engulfed by it. You are blinded, restrained, deafened. Cannot make any sound with your mouth. At the end of each of your turns, you may make a strength saving throw to attempt to escape. But on failure, things get worse. So you guys see Mirwin just become engulfed by this disgusting ooze, completely absorbing her. Do you have third level slot left? Curious.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
I would like to know. Oh, okay. I think you do. Well, here we go. That's its turn.
Live with the consequences
So,
of your actions.
Mirwin, it is your turn.
Great.
You may make a strength saving throw.
Command, isn't it? He's thinking about command, isn't he?
Command?
But if I do that
What do
and
you
I
say?
fail, I will get.
Oh no!
Revivify.
Revivify. If you fail, it'll be some damage.
Something will happen.
What else can I do?
Revivify is a first level.
With this,
With being blind, deaf, and restrained.
you can you can attempt to make a
Yeah,
strength
command
check.
can be as a third level, but I think, what did I take today? No, it's just a first level. I don't even have command up.
Yeah, sure, I'll do a strength check.
All right.
17.
It's not good enough. You strain until your muscles ache.
Did you?
And this thing lashes out with its mind at you in retaliation. You take 26 points of psychic damage. And you're still imprisoned by it. Worth, it's your turn.
Is she still engaged?
I mean, no, not in that way. She is swallowed up by it.
Somebody get me out of here.
Yay, 23.
You shoot a bolt at it.
Yes.
You sink a bolt deep into its flesh. It misses Mirwin, which is good. But go ahead and roll damage.
Do lots and
9.
lots and lots of damage
9.
before I die.
Alright, you sink a bolt deep into its flesh and you give up. Something that you've heard it.
No, what was
Some
that?
of
What
its-
was that noise?
Several of its pseudopods have been like carved off its point, and a lot of its flesh is caved in, and though its ooze form still holds, it is looking hard.
Okay.
That was yours? Absolutely.
I would like to move up to engage.
I'll have Mirwin.
And cast haste. I can't do that. I'd like to strike at it twice.
Alright.
Please don't hit me.
What do I get anything for negatives?
You attempt to take strikes at it with Mazar Lock, but you feel unsteady on your feet. You kind of have this pins and needles sensation throughout your face, and you just flail and you can't make any contact with it. It's the Lurker's turn. As it has Mirwin, the only thing it's gonna do is. Did I skip you?
No.
Oh, okay. It's gonna drain memories again. $16 points of psychic damage. And your die increases to D6. Your negative die. You're still up, right? Not down yet?
Look at what I rolled. Oh man. Except this was a 3, not an 11.
It's your turn. You can make a strength saving throw to attempt to escape. Or wait it out. As it, well, you know, when you surmised when it took you in that it was pretty hurt. Alright. You just let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
You steel yourself. And it does not harm you
This time.
this time. Warth, it's your turn.
Shoot again.
I am engaged
God
with it.
dang it. Oh, we can't.
Now it's engaged with Absolute.
Good. That's much better. 27.
Hit.
Thank goodness.
Roll a sneak.
Yeah. So that's 9 points of regular damage. And 17 points. Special damage.
Oh! You sink a bolt straight through all of it, through its ganglion. It melts into this sludge similar to what the doppelgangers melted into, and in a moment of deja vu, Mirwin comes pouring out of something that had eaten her as you kill it.
Remember the toad?
You're like, huh?
Not again. The one memory it didn't take.
You're like, oh, toad.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I was stopped at 31 hit points.
You still had 31.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
But it was
sweating
like
it out.
it was like
Like
giving
20
me
points at a time.
20 psychic damage at a time. That's why I didn't try to escape.
You have defeated the Reef Lurker.
I'm gonna stand on his face.
You're standing in a puddle of it, more like.
And just a
Puddle of its face.
just a nasty puddle of red black ooze. My first slime monster.
We're standing on top of this grate stuff.
Well,
So
the
does
grate
it-
is
So does it just like?
the grate is above you.
Oh, okay.
That's a shadow. I get you.
Looks like there's two grades.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
is
the
there
grate
two grates?
there, and then there's. The
Oh yeah, there is.
shadow
So yeah, it kind of
It just falls
some
through
of the
the.
stuff. It's just kind of drips through
Mm.
to the floor
Gross.
below.
Can we go home now?
Mira and you and Absolute are like,
Let's go. Come on, up the
Let's-
stairs.
Let's go before it gets worse.
Warth, you kind of have to corral them.
Come on, you
What's going
crazy
on?
wenches.
I'm going to kill you.
Alright. So, do you return to the Larkspur?
We return to the Larkspur.
Alright. Back to the Larkspur you go.
Do I remember how to row?
Barely. It's.
I just let them sit there like
Row,
the vegetables. in a
Row
row.
your boat. Step it out of the stream. Hey, I wrote a new song.
You eventually make it back. And those on the board wait for you and watch as you ascend. What happened to you guys?
We
You
got,
don't look right.
we got attacked by Jello.
What's that?
What's Jello? What's Jello? You're all long time.
We got attacked by a giant monster made of raspberry jam.
Oh, that's much more relatable.
I used to have raspberry jam. What are you talking about?
It was a giant monster made of goo.
It ate me.
It ate her.
Are you alright though?
It tried to eat me.
Mm,
I'm alive.
Oh, that's good.
But and I'm probably covered in like.
Strangely enough, that stuff doesn't really stick to you that much.
Really?
You might see a drop of it here or there, but most of it kind of just peels off.
Oh. Never mind.
So there was no one over there to parlay with.
No.
no, everyone was dead. It was bad time.
But there was lots of supplies over there now that that monster's dead.
It is dead.
It is dead.
You can plunder it if you feel like. I'm always good for plunder things.
Also, it is whole ship, Graziella.
Holy ship.
Empty of people.
You dead people?
Well,
Except for bodies, corpses.
I don't know how we exactly commandeer such thing. That is for you to figure
Selfish
out.
ways. We found it. It's open sea.
It is very nice vessel. You are quite sure that it is safe, no?
Sure as we can be.
We can try to give it one more day. Go back over tomorrow. Maybe be more aware of our surroundings. Try it again.
I do like that vessel.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have. We have maybe a quarter of a crew needed to run that vessel. It is very beautiful, though. Certainly, we can find some plunder upon it, I'm sure. If it is indeed safe. So, no disease, just a crazy.
Yeah, just a crazy monster that tried to eat people and suck their brains out.
Is this of a slime type creature?
Yes.
I have heard of slime before in caves, like black sludges and such in caves back in the island caves. It's something like that.
I guess it looked like a giant booger.
Gross.
Mm-hmm. Except it was reddish.
It's outside. It does happen sometimes, you know.
Mm.
Sometimes
I
they
get those
reddish.
too.
I'm glad you're safe.
Have you seen the Diamond Eye since we've been gone?
No. I wish we had a way to contact Nikolai.
If only there was a way we could do that.
Oh, he can do that.
I was distracted. Okay, fine.
But can you take to Nikolai for me?
Nikolai, are you guys hurt? Where are you? We found a big ship. Taking small damage.
Did you say small damage or some hull damage?
I said small damage.
That's 16.
I try to look for something nearby that would be an obvious landmark.
I mean, there are the islands, coral reefs.
We're near a coral reef and some islands.
Two words left.
Love
That is the
you.
weirdest thing that's ever happened to me.
That's
Kisses.
the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you? Hold on, let me fix that.
That's all.
That's all.
Alright. We took some damage. But this Amway has talent. The wind speaker. We are in calm seas now. Should we search for you? Or continue on?
I relay that information to Graziella.
I see, so they are alive. May take them some time to find us, but they are likely not too far. Should we tell them to meet us in Windy Down and not risk it, or do we have them come find us?
It's up to you, Commodore.
With their numbers, it would be easier to pilot that ship.
It might be easier to have them help us get off of these rocks. See, I would like to send them along their way, but their help would probably be invaluable, especially if they're in good shape.
Or we could leave Larkspur. I mean, I know it is your ship. It is you. I know.
Oh, we'll take both ships.
It could be very difficult to crew that.
We'll tow it behind us.
Such a ship, you need
How about this?
so much for that kind of a ship
How about this?
to crew.
I know not what I am talking about, and my head hurts real bad. I will not make suggestions anymore.
We could take the things that look like weapons on it. We could take a few of those.
We could haul the Larkspur with that ship, and then when we get to wherever we're going, we could sell it.
It seems we have some options. Why don't you send back to Nikolai? Tell him to do a cursory pass of the area. If he finds us easily, good. If not, one day, and then head to Windy Down.
I use sending again, and I tell Nikolai that.
Alright, well, you relay that message to him. Now let's rest, eat, and drink, and have a think. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.